that a standard? Is that like an item, or is that a homebrew item?
That's a standard item.
I
So
think they had it on Critical Role once.
maybe they've had a lot of items on that show.
Yeah.
To be fair. Alrighty then. So.
There.
So you are now you're now making your way toward the last leg to of Karstapoli. It will take you a couple hours to reach there, but it will still be relatively in the afternoon.
Nice.
Is there is there anything anyone want to do, or should I just proceed to just start the town?
I mean, I'm good. My guy's pretty basic, you know that.
Basic bitch.
Hey now.
He's up there with his pumpkin spice latte, huh?
First off, it's Kobold Blood Spice Latte, thank you.
So did we take a rest or anything after the fight?
You guys had a short rest.
Short rest?
Yeah, that's all you've had so far. It's still the afternoon.
I'm showing full hit points, which must be right because I got no spells left.
Yep. Well, actually, technically, you healed everyone but yourself, but you used your hit dice enough to get to full.
Okay. Is everybody back at full?
I am down 1.
Well, I can do
Fine.
a Song of
Fine.
Rest, which allows you to add a d6 anytime you roll for hit dice on a short rest.
I think you did do that.
Did I?
I think.
Well, he didn't. Oh. I did not do such a thing. So.
Okay.
Roll a d6 and add it too.
Well, I'll just go ahead and add the 1. I'm gonna presume that I'm not gonna roll lower than a 1 on a d6.
I could.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You did great, champ.
It probably won't come up, but just in case it does.
Okay. So if there's nothing else, you do successfully find a nice, safe path to the rest of the way to Karstapoli, and you are greeted at these. There's not really it's not a gate per se. It's just a big arch that leads into the actual main city. Some of you have been here before. Some of you haven't, and what you see is very at the very base of where you're entering is very much a civilian district. Not much in terms of like security and guards. People are more than welcome to come and go as they please, and there is just in the distance huge mountains that like stretch right across from the back of all the western buildings that you can see a giant waterfall and just more elegantly designed buildings the further you look back. So the further you're looking like away from where you are, the nicer the buildings look. It's very much elven design for the most part. The area that you're in is a mixture of sort of everything. Different people built their homes in different fashions. Kithri will speak when you guys get further enough in that you feel like you're actually in the city, and she'll say, well, as far as I'm concerned, that was a very interesting journey, but you have completed your obligations to me, and I will send word back to your leader, or whatever you would prefer to call him, that we have arrived safely.
All right, so she's taking care of the shipment from this point. We don't need to worry about finding where it goes.
If you want to keep following it, that's up to you. But she is saying
we
that
were
you
just
are done.
muscle, right? So
yeah. Your muscle duties have been completed.
Muscled.
Yeah.
Our muscle duties have been muscled.
Your muscle duties have been stretched.
I was kind of not super confident in the answer she gave me as to why we weren't quote unquote expected to, or I read as potentially welcome to continue on with her, and I was going to ask the rogue to maybe suss it out, but don't know that's the thing now.
The rogue looks a little bit sus from her injuries and is currently unconscious on the cart with the kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they taking the rogue?
Are we-
Did we just
yeah.
forget the rogue and the kid? All right, we're done. The cart goes off. We're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Kithri will say, if you wouldn't mind taking your compatriot and this random child off of our carts, we will proceed to head to our final destination in the city.
Nah, that's your problem now.
Not eat the kid.
No.
I'll summon a disc and put them on that.
Okay, you cast your incantation 10 minutes
Park them around.
while you're sort of hanging
Yeah,
out.
I don't think I want to bust a spell on doing it.
Yeah.
In an action. So.
I assumed, yeah.
Yeah.
And you summon the disc and you sort of just shift the bodies from one flat platform to another.
Yeah.
Kithri
Give me.
will, 1 second, I just need to triple check. I know there's something that she's supposed to say. 1 second.
Now they've got to stay with me though, which is not. I'm not super thrilled. Like they can't be more than 20 feet from me. So yay.
Yay. Your problem now.
The murder child and the murder adult.
Yeah.
A perfect pair.
Okay. So, Kithri will go to Key, because you are the one who has been more or less not negotiating, sorry, interacting and engaging in an open dialogue with her.
Mhm.
And she will hand you a pouch, which sounds like it has money in it, and she'll just be like, "Thank you very much for your assistance in us getting here. I know the journey was not ideal, and we fought a lot more than I wished we did. I see that you all took your licks, but I respect the fact that you stuck it out to the end. And this is just a little bonus for your group."
Oh, well, thank you. I'm curious why you wouldn't want us to continue accompanying you on the rest of the leg. We're happy to do it.
I mean, we're in the city. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As your companion said, we're in the city, and I am quite comfortable proceeding on now to our destination. The outside lands are treacherous, dangerous, and possibly very random at times. However, I feel more confident that I'm in the city, that I can proceed without you.
Well, that's good. Do I trust her?
If you would like to roll an inside check, you can. She already had it ready. Yeah, she seems pretty genuine.
Okay.
You have talked to her the most, so you've sort of picked up on a couple, like, social cues with her, rather than just being like a brand new person that you're just talking to, trying to figure it out. So you can tell that she's maintained a relatively straightforward attitude with you the whole time.
Okay. I'll wish her well.
Okay.
And I'll say, if you do need anything, we'll probably be here for the next little while. I'm not sure how long.
Well, to seeing you again, and if I happen to run into you, well, we'll definitely get a drink or something.
That'd be great. Take care.
All of you as well, and tend to your friend and the child. I'd hate to see that boy end up on the wrong part of town.
Let's be honest, she really wanted to say in the lizard folk stomach.
Really don't think so.
And she'll guide the other lay hands that were with you, accompanying you on this journey, and they proceed to continue through town.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to check that pouch, I can tell you what's in it.
Yes, please do.
There is 100 gold pieces
Nice.
and a ring of some kind.
Dibs.
I actually think I'm gonna go to Thea with the ring because I feel like she would know more about that kind of stuff than I would.
Yeah, we've got house rules on identifying things, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do. You can roll Arcana if you want to like quickly find out
I can roll.
what it would be. You can
I
roll
can,
Tuki
I
if
can
you
roll
want.
the Arcana if you want, but yeah.
Yeah. Both of you, I mean, you guys have seen magical items in your day. Ooh,
Heck
Thea,
yeah.
nice. Thea, the item in question isn't
I got this too.
Oh, let's see what happens. No, you don't.
I wonder if I got this. No,
Oh.
I'm not even going to bother rolling.
That's kind of bull. It shows 17 on my screen.
Does it
I
really?
thought I did well. I was wondering why you said I didn't have it.
Oh, you rolled 2 dice?
No, I only rolled 1, but the die on the screen is 17 and the one on the thing is 9.
Listen,
I thought I did well. I thought you were just being a dick.
Listen, roll 20 is master, alright?
Yeah.
The ring in front of you is not exactly a powerful ring at all. It's more of a assisting type of ring. It is a ring of jumping.
Well, that should go to me.
There you go.
Neat. Neat.
And
Definitely go to me.
Huh?
So that should definitely go to me.
Well,
exactly the jump spell does.
there we go. I'll put it in the.
Jump. Oh, I got it. It's fine.
Oh no, I'm putting it in your items tab in Roll20. So it's
the creature's jump distance is tripled
mm-hmm.
for a minute. Huh.
And unlimited uses?
Yeah. What does the thing say? I don't know.
It kind of sounds like it, but
I
It
mean,
doesn't specify.
not on the spell, but as a bonus action at will. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's only uncommon? That seems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, look, I got a button to display it on there, too. Cool.
by the way, I'm gonna give everyone else their 20 gold pieces. I'll hold on to the rogues for now, I guess, but everyone else.
I can put it in her character sheet if you want.
Yeah, that works too.
Okay.
technically she was unconscious when the reward went out.
I'm gonna give her the money.
Listen, I'm just saying our options. I'm not saying what you should do with it.
So, who's taking care of the horse?
The horse is just chilling, I guess.
Here's the thing.
I didn't want to be the jerk that brought that up. I was
absolutely never even thought about the horse. And not just me, Cloud.
Can I eat the horse?
No.
I'm not going to let that happen.
No.
But what if the horse looks at me funny?
Listen, I think the horse is looking at a cart upside down, wondering where everybody went.
I do think it was tied to the cart, and that's probably Kithri's horse now.
Oh.
Because it's probably still tied to the cart.
Yes, actually, it was tied to the cart, so Kithri did indeed walk away with the horse.
Oh.
You just got 100 gold for a horse.
If anybody wants to go get it, they can go right ahead.
I absolutely wouldn't even think to go get it.
No,
There's zero chance Cloud is going back for the horse. He didn't think of it.
I mean, they're gonna be there for a little bit. Maybe if the rogue is like around later, she can check into it.
She
but
steal somebody else's horse. It's not even like it was her horse.
Yeah, she stole the horse.
Like, leave it with them. That's
fair
not
and
great
square,
for us to have.
fair and square theft. But I mean, for now, there's nothing we can really do with a horse. So.
Did you just say fair and square theft?
Yep.
Okay, just that's what I thought I heard.
I mean, possess.
It's the rules of dibs.
The roll. Okay. All right. So, as far as you are all concerned, you have basically free time in the city, and or try and find either a walking path back to Crownsport to receive your reward, or spend more time in the city and find other things to do. It's completely up to you what you want to do now.
I was hoping to go back and talk to people. I wanted to talk to my professor, whatever, about his wife back in the inn.
Oh, that was his wife?
Well, that's what he said. He said that the flowers were for his wife.
No, he didn't.
What did he say? I'm sure he said it was for his wife.
I would not have said wife.
Okay.
It was just a delivery that he was part of the business end on.
Okay.
I know who her wife. I know who.
Oh, okay.
I know who her husband is.
The flowers were from the husband, but that wasn't her husband.
No,
Okay.
Correct. Yes, it was from her husband, but it was not from your teacher.
I made an assumption.
No.
You never make assumptions because you know what they say. I become an ass.
Yeah, only Cyber.
Only Cyber.
If anyone in the world makes an assumption, Cyber's an ass.
Yep.
It explains so fucking much, honestly.
But now I can't go back. Well, I don't know. I got these two knuckleheads 20 feet behind me at all times, so we do need to figure out something to do with this kid.
Or an orphanage or something.
I don't think that's a smart idea. If you recall, he
Alright, the whole attack.
fucked everybody up with burning hands. That doesn't really seem like you shouldn't really plunk that in an orphanage. It seems like that's just a recipe for disaster.
Right.
Sounds like a perfect place to drop it off at your school.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nobody else cares. You do whatever you want with the kid.
Okay. I'm gonna take 10 minutes. If nobody else is particularly interested in helping with this little.
I'll
chore
help.
I've got
I
to do,
just
I'm
don't
guessing.
care what. I'll help you. I just don't care what happens to him.
I'm gonna.
I'll tag along mostly because if he does not become useful in any sort, I just see him as
You're
food.
not eating him.
I will eat him, goddammit, if I feel like it and he's not useful.
Barely
Yeah.
a snack. Before we start out, I'm gonna summon also an unseen servant and plunk that up on the disc and tell it, don't let them fall off.
Fair enough.
So, just little insurance on that one. And I guess we're taking them up to the university. Let's go.
Just as a reminder, your Fey assistant is dead.
Yeah, is dead, I know.
Okay.
But that's going to take me an hour to do, so.
Yep, well, just wanted to remind you, just in case you forgot.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go deliver a child?
Not me, honestly.
I mean, if Thea goes, the lizard folk will tag along because he knows her and the fur coat the most.
Yeah, all right. Well, here we go. I'll tell everybody where I'm going, and then we'll head out.
Okay. Keith, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm kind of like just suspicious of a lot of stuff right now, but I'm not really sure.
Unless you want to carry the rogue's unconscious body, I guess she's coming with me too.
Right.
So just if that
I guess
affects your decision.
I guess I could just go with you guys for now. Because I don't want to have to carry any people.
You could sit on the disc too if you want. It holds up to 500 pounds.
No, I'll walk. That's okay, though. Thank you, though.
Okay. So, you all follow the very knowledgeable Thea through the city as Key, you come to realize that I think she mentioned she's from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
So you have no problem navigating your way through the city. You see many different types of shops and amenities, bars and such, until you reach sort of like what is obviously the magical district slash the university of this area. That is, the buildings get larger, the amount of people lessen. It's more or less students, people, older, what looks to be teachers wandering around and such. Thea, you lead the group to the building that you know holds the very astute Name I wrote down. McGillicuddy. Professor McGillicuddy.
Of course.
Oh, right,
Now,
yeah.
I have to ask, how many stairs is my lizard folk getting? Because I'm assuming in a magical place like this, a giant, bulky lizard folk wearing like a triceratops skull as a helmet is probably not as common.
Doesn't look very magical.
Yeah, that's basically what I was about to say. They've magical wonders are more unique than a person walking around with a skull helmet. Though it is intriguing for a couple wandering eyes. Most people don't pay that much attention.
Okay, just
I'm
curious.
sure there's some comparative anatomists that are incredibly enthusiastic about seeing you.
Especially considering my skin tone is quite off, considering most lizard folk.
Yeah.
Alas, they don't happen to be here today.
Bastards.
There you reach the sorry. You reach the building where Professor McGillicuddy is known to reside, with a small group in tow.
I should be able to message him without taking this whole troop into the building with message.
What's the range on message?
120?
Well, unless you see him.
No, I think I'm pretty sure if you're familiar, or my cantrips. Pretty
You
sure
have
if
to
you're
point in
familiar
the
with
direction.
Well, if you know that he's going to be in his office, I'm sure you can try.
You can
send a
cast
general
this
message
spell
that way.
through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
Yeah, but you don't know he's beyond the barrier.
You have to point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. So you have to know where he is to point
Yes.
towards him.
Okay, yes, and I suppose I don't know that he's in his office or whatever.
You can try.
Yeah, I'm assuming you can
can-
do it, and if it doesn't work, if he's
Yeah.
not where you expect him to be, it just doesn't work.
It's also a cantrip. You can just keep casting and pointing in different directions around the clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I'm going to get him at one of these points.
Yeah.
Are we doing the Crocodile Rock or?
Yeah, and but here's the thing: is he's walking, and you just miss it. Like he could just jump through that.
Well, I will try sending him a message.
You know his building relatively well, so you would know about 1 or 2 spots that he would be currently either sitting or pacing around.
Yeah.
The first time you cast it, nothing happens. You tried doing the first floor, and then you tried doing the second floor, concentrating a little bit harder this time. And you do actually seem like your message went through.
Okay.
What do you say?
Oh, I am gonna say, I think I don't know how many words I have. Something to the effect of, "It's Thea. I'm back, and I've got a weird kid. Can you come out and have a look?"
Okay. A couple of minutes go by, and you see the main doors of his building from the first floor open, and he steps out and says, "Ah, Thea, welcome back. I see that you are still keeping company with the lovely people that you left with."
Yep, everybody managed to stay in one piece.
Two unconscious peaceful on us.
Yeah, but
And
they weren't with me when I left.
That's fair.
He turns his eyes to the 2 unconscious people on the disc and says, "Oh my, it seems you have gotten into quite a rumble again."
Yeah, you could say that. The little one is actually caused a lot of this damage. We found him in the road. He's casting. What have we seen him cast? We saw him cast
Fireball?
Did he
No,
cast
he
a
didn't cast
fireball? He
fireball.
cast
He did
burning
not.
hands, I think.
Oh, yeah.
burning hands.
And something else. I forget what the other thing he cast was.
It was an illusion spell for to fake the wound.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ultrasound.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this
You,
is
I
like
believe also cast dagger.
No, he did not. Oh, well, yes, he
Yeah,
did.
yes.
He knows what the dagger felt like.
Yeah, literally just dagger.
Yep.
cast dab.
So as
Yeah.
as you're sort of explaining this, you see him cast just a quick arcane sigil over his head. It looked like it was like detect magic and identify.
Yeah.
just sort of to see what's going on. And he's like, I see. Well, the child is definitely of the arcane. And you say he casted spells that you have yet to master?
I mean, they are spells I can cast, but they aren't spells that I do. So yeah.
Snap.
I see. All right.
That I
Tried to be
see.
replaced.
Wait, yeah, that's what I heard too.
The kid doesn't have a spell book on him. I should have taken, right? Like you're not not pulling this on me.
No.
He seems more sorcerer type than a wizard type.
And what did you hope to achieve by bringing him to me?
I don't know if he's from here. I don't know if he's ever been where he might have learned magic. And if he's dangerous.
And if he is dangerous, can I just eat him?
Didn't seem like we should leave him in the woods either, so.
Oh, you didn't find him in the city. You found him
No, we found him in the woods, attacking us.
Oh, how barbaric.
Like he
A group of bandits had taken
Yeah.
him in. He needs guidance.
Yeah.
Well, and then he looks over at your friend, and he's like,
Don't worry about the other one.
he just points as you said that. It's like, is she okay? He does seem very much more interested in the magical child.
I would imagine.
He says, all right, send them over. We'll send them both over to the infirmary. We'll get them cleaned up, and we will make sure that the boy gives us some answers when he wakes. How's that sound?
That sounds
like magical
reasonable.
torture.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what can you do? I will tell the unseen servant
heavens,
that
no.
he can let them go.
we would never torture a child.
1 second here. Does it sound like magical torture? Insight check.
Wow.
It does not sound like magical torture. It's more or less just he's looking for answers, not.
Then I won't say that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let's see what Cloud thinks.
He doesn't even point. You know, Daishna, where the infirmary would be.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and head that direction.
All right, we'll take them that way.
Okay. You.
Oh, and I guess I'll tell him that we did. You know, obviously he knows the flowers were delivered, but I would have told him that too.
Excellent. I'm
sure he would have gotten word about that at some point in the long time in between. But
my associate that created the teleportation rune upon your destination did inform me that you did arrive safely, so I assumed the best.
Yeah.
I'm glad. So this is going to be as you're walking over to the infirmary. He's walking with you just to make sure everything's okay, but he says, "So what brings you back to Karstapoli so soon?"
We helped bring a cart. I'm a mercenary now.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm not sure. Does it pay well?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I got paid.
We got 20 gold, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to put that in my thing as well.
Yeah, I did not put that on my gold, and I don't have a lot, so I should put it in.
It seemed like if I was going to make the trip back, I might as well get paid for it too.
Very resourceful. Have you? And he sort of lowers his voice just a little bit, not enough so that like it's an obvious whisper, but more or less just so it's more of a direct question to you. And have you heard from your friend recently?
Actually, not recently. No, he must be really busy.
Oh, well, please keep me up to date with his ongoings. I'm quite interested in knowing what he's doing these days.
Why did you roll perception?
To see if I heard it. I did not.
Yeah, you did. You're wandering close enough.
I wasn't listening.
It wasn't like a secret question, like I said. It was just more directly toward Thea.
Okay.
He's actually going to ask you a question, Cloud. He says, wait, did you introduce your name when you met him the first time?
I don't know if I did. I absolutely would have.
Okay.
Yeah, he introduces himself to rats. Like, let's be honest.
Fair
No,
enough.
that's not true. I introduced myself to let's see, go
Interesting
through my
looking
notes.
clouds and
No, I have my notes somewhere. The guy that what'd you say his name was?
Wasn't his name Greg or something, or Josh?
No, I got it written down. Don't worry. I know an important NPC when I hear it.
Yep.
Dave?
Dave is closer, but Devin.
Devin. I was close with Dave.
You're closer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Devin. He turns to you, Cloud, and says, "So, Cloud, how are you looking to study any type of the arcanes while you're here? I have noticed your rhythmic magical abilities, shall we say?"
My my magical abilities are really more through song and music, and I don't study so much. I'm not good at it.
Oh, I see. And sorry to
I'm
be
not
so...
against it.
And sorry to be so rude, he turns to Yuki and says, "I noticed that you are traveling with a new compatriot."
oh yeah, sorry. This is yeah, Key?
Yes.
My name's Kia Flo, and I would probably say something to the effect that I'm not especially magically gifted, but I do appreciate its place in the world.
Ah, and where do you hail from?
Crownport.
Oh, that would make sense. I was worried that Thea here was picking up random wood folk.
No, not quite.
I'm actually from the mountains, but you know.
Swamps.
Nobody's from the woods.
He looks at you both and goes,
I smile when I say it, of course.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, yes. All right." You eventually make your way to the infirmary and you drop off the child and Candanara, who are being
Candy?
being looked after by the different types of clerics there. And McGillicuddy does inform you all that they'll be well taken care of here.
We do need to make sure they are aware that both of these are probably going to try to murder everybody when they wake up. So,
That is valid.
keep an eye out on that one.
For the child,
Especially that adult.
For the child, we do have some runes in place to prevent any explosive behavior, and for the woman, he sort of like gestures a little like hand signal, but you don't see anything. Thea, you would know he casted send message, like the more powerful version of that.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see the nurses sort of like slowly like getting restraints.
All right.
We'll make sure she's comfortable.
Yeah. Excellent. Work here's done.
But I appreciate the warning ahead of time. I would hate for something to happen.
I steal all of her money knowing she'll blame it on whoever she wakes up next to.
Oh my god, you're not doing
The
that.
nurse took my rings!
Obviously, Cloud would never do that.
Yeah.
Not never, but never take all.
I would inform the staff that the sleeping pointy ears has sticky fingers.
Ah, okay. They take note to that.
Here's basically we're saying here's a problem. See ya.
It's yours now.
All right.
Listen, if you run out of cadavers, I'm
Well.
just saying, it could be a solution instead.
Because they're gonna murder the child and the rogue? You guys are terrible.
No, the child's got power.
That's not fair.
I probably would give her stuff to Key.
She does seem to know her.
Just for, like, I mean, they don't
For the
want it
sake-
sitting on the floor in the corner or anything. So.
For the sake of this, her
Yeah.
poachers all stay with her and stuff like that.
Yeah, just...
Yeah.
All with the horse.
Turf it under the gurney
Yeah.
or whatever.
Except for the horse that we absolutely forgot all about and gave away.
Sorry, horse.
Let's be honest, she was going to get tired of it eventually anyway.
Didn't give it away so much as failed to keep track of.
Yeah.
Someone got a free horse.
She's gonna show up 3 sessions from now with the horse.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you leave your companion and the child there for the time being. Leaving the infirmary, McGillicuddy says, "So, are you off to your next mercenary adventure, or are you staying for a while?"
I actually don't have any necessary plans. We've got.
Well, you kind of have to go back to
do have-
Crownport to get your money.
Yeah, we do need to go back to Crownport, and we're looking for an orc. I think.
An orc, you say?
Yeah, I think so.
You accepted that side quest?
Yeah, I accept all the side quests. I'm the worst.
I believe I just walked away from it. Well, more like flu.
Otherwise, you got these markers all over your map, and it's just so annoying.
You got fucking yeeted, Cloud. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's right. We do need to go back to Crownport. So yeah, no, I guess I've got a little more traveling ahead of me.
Just so I know what you're talking about, what are you talking about an orc?
Yeah, what orc?
It wasn't
You
orc,
mean
was it?
No, it wasn't an orc. It was an ogre or some shit.
It was an ogre. It was a crying ogre.
No. I'm sure.
Oh wait, are you
orc.
talking? You're either talking about an Atten or yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was an ogre crying.
Yeah, the
crying
big
ogre.
crying thing with the pink,
No.
the
A
two-headed thing?
request from a worried wife. That one in the.
That was
clip notes.
a
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Oh, she was a dragonborn. Yeah,
I would know
horrible.
that because Brachus and Dragonborn are kind of tight.
Sorry, I forgot. It was. I don't know why I had orc in my head. Dragonborn, orc, whatever.
The orc.
They are completely two different things.
I'm pretty sure both of those races would be upset with that.
Yeah, I know.
The orc is the guy who promised the money.
Yeah.
The Dragonborn was the woman who's looking
The
looking
Dragonborn
for
woman, yeah.
her husband, and the ogre is the crying one that you guys left there crying.
I knew it wasn't. I knew.
And then there was
the
the
orc-
two-headed
ogre.
creature that we never ran into, just heard rumors of.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. Actually, you'll find because everyone.
I wrote her name down somewhere, but it was on a little piece of paper, and I
Atara.
don't know where it's gone.
Her name was Atara, and she was a bronze dragonborn, and she had a fancy necklace.
And this is why Kiwi's the note-taker.
Yeah.
I definitely should have read my notes though, but I had like 20 pages, so I didn't want to read.
Let's see
How
what
do
I
you have
got
more
here.
pages than me in this entire campaign?
It's more like a transcript than notes.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
as a DM, you have pages? You don't just wing it all?
I've got. Let's see. I've got a crying ogre gets angry at Cloud and hits him with a great club.
Cloud gets yeeted like a cloud.
They manage to get Cloud with Featherfall to save him.
Yep, I have that too. Basically, if I don't write everything down, I'll fall asleep, so I started writing everything down.
With a picture of the crying ogre next to it, and then I've got a picture of an Etten. And then I've got a picture of they holding two bodies up on a disc.
Okay.
Definitely nothing in between those two events.
Yeah, that's all the notes I got, so. I've included the picture in the
I gotta look
art.
now.
Okay.
It's top notch.
Oh,
So the
That
question-
is mint.
So he's still sort of waiting for an answer.
I found it. Look for her husband. He went southeast. Has a necklace. Found my little tiny piece of paper. Haha.
That seems like something we're gonna come back at level 20 when it's like super gray and be like, I guess we should probably do this, eh? And
We
Just gonna
discovered
find
that
a
we
corpse.
discovered like a corpse of a dragon with a few bronze scales around it. Be like, well done.
So yeah, so I will tell him. I know I still have some traveling I need to do.
I see. And you mentioned going back to Crownsport. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get you there as quickly as you did last time, as my associate has left.
Last time?
Yeah,
No.
why don't we have a permanent teleportation circle?
Because that would make things too quick.
As you know, it takes well a year of casting the same spell over and over and over again.
Karstapoli does have a permanent one. It's Crownsport that didn't, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you do know that Karsapoli does have a teleportation room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took notes of it.
Yeah, but Crownsport does not at this time. So it takes a year of casting that spell to make it permanent.
Oh, she's been waiting on those flowers for a fucking year.
No. They used a makeshift one.
Okay.
That's like a one-time use.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that
gotcha.
requires two powerful people in the same spot, or in two different spots for that to work.
I'm sorry, what flowers are we talking about? I don't think I'm privy to whatever is happening here.
I don't think you were
Yeah, you weren't privy
at
to that,
all.
so you don't need to worry about
yeah.
it.
Are you asking that in character, or are you saying I don't know?
Like, everyone's been talking about flowers. I don't know what the fuck y'all are going on about.
Oh well, I'll turn and tell you. Like, oh, that's why I was in Crownsport. I did a delivery.
And I tagged along because I ran into her in Karstapoli.
These must have been really important flowers.
Yeah, they were.
Well, why?
I don't know. The heart's a strange thing.
I suppose that's true. Alright. Well, regardless of the reason you got there and we've done what we were supposed to have done. That said, though, I am still suspicious of a couple of things, but I don't know how much Professor McGillicuddy is really going to help us. Not saying this within earshot of him, by the way.
I mean, I have no reason to suspect he's up to anything at all, right? Like he's
just Till, and I just don't know him.
Yeah. You've known him most of your life, so no suspicious.
He doesn't know. He doesn't have. I have no reason to believe he would have information that would be pertinent to any of my outstanding tasks.
He knows a lot of people outside of the city, so
yeah.
I mean,
I guess you know what? I
never
probably would ask him if he knew anything about the settlement at Littlepool, because they were shifty and non-answery.
He says, I don't know much about the people who live there. I know that they are just general farmers.
You never heard of a haggish, did you?
I have heard a name Haggish, however, I don't know if it's the same one. But
Old guy.
I have lived a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
What's the haggish you know of then?
This was a very long time ago. Just a man who lived on the street that I used to grow up on in this very city, very long time ago.
Do you know what happened to him?
Like once I joined the academy, I lost touch with him.
He didn't have any magic, did he?
Well, I presume not. He didn't join the academy.
Yeah. Oh, and I suppose you know what? It's close enough. We should probably tell him about the that thing as well.
The Etten?
Whatchamahoosit? Yeah, the Etten.
There's an Etten in the hills.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's an Etten not that far from here.
Oh.
It's quite a ways, but you know.
I will I will alert the people working in the mountains. I know the foreman.
Technically, there was one report of an Etten that I don't know how much really is reliable.
Yeah.
But it's good to know about.
We will keep an eye out. I appreciate the information. If anything comes of it, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And you see him sort of check the sky just quickly. He goes, "Oh, time is passing quite quickly. I unfortunately must leave."
I thought it was passing at the same time as normal.
This NPC's never gonna talk to us again.
No. To be fair, I haven't really said shit to him aside from the fact that I lived in a swamp.
I'm pretty sure at one point you said, "Can I eat it?"
Oh God.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He just looks at the group at you and says, Thea, I wish you the best of luck with your new companions. Unfortunately, I have to take my leave at this time. If there is any news on your infirmary friends, there will be word sent to you.
Excellent. Thank you.
And he gives you all sort of like just a quick nod and a bow and proceeds to walk off.
Before he goes, before he
Oh.
turns, I'm saying I know this probably has nothing to do with anything, but you wouldn't happen to know Shag Barton, would you?
Unfortunately, that name does not resonate with me.
Well, thank you anyway.
No problem.
You just try to Columbo him? Just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
He takes his leave.
Alright, well, I guess I can desummon my disc and my unseen
The
servant.
disc just crumbles and you just see a bunch of people like with brooms just sweep the debris away.
I don't think there's any debris, but yeah. Or there could be debris and the unseen servant sweeps it away.
Yeah, he helps.
Yeah.
Alright. So, the day is almost done. It is very much dinner time, if not a little bit past. Just from you getting into the city and traveling all the way to the other side. It's a large city, so just walking would take you about an hour. Is there anything else you guys want to do before finding quarters, or do you want to?
Yeah, where are
do
we
something
sleeping?
else?
That was my,
Yeah, I'm gonna need quarters.
because y'all can't fit in my dorm.
I mean, she does have a dorm per se. All I need is just to find a tavern that I could, show that I'm strong at and work my magic. Cutting artisan, not as it is. Or is it called cutting artisan?
I'm rich now. What's the nicest place to stay? Nicest inn in town?
By popular demand, I can basically perform any place like an inn or a tavern. I can perform my feats of strength, aka arm wrestling, and they will pay me to stay there for the night. Just basically room and board.
Okay. Are you all sort of going to different places, or do you want to stay together?
I mean, I'll more or less stay with these guys because, as far as I know, well, as far as my lizard folk knows, he still needs to go back to Crownsport, and so do they. So,
Well, this is do you want me to stay with you?
What time of day is it?
Dinner time, like 6 after 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys have to make that decision. Are you going to go off into your own sort of neck of where, like, what it sounds like is that Zakis wants to go to the bar he knows in order to get bored. Cloud wants to go to a nice fancy place because he's rich. Jay wants to go to her dorm, and Key is currently stranded.
Well, and this is if Zakis wants me to go with him, because I don't know how last time things got a little scary. She went a little sideways, and I don't know if he wants a local with him.
I mean,
just as a
company's always nice. You
Yeah.
know, you got to think lizard folk brain, pleasure, prey, predator. You are useful to him, so he likes having you around.
Yeah.
So he does not mind having you around.
Well, this is like if he'd be more comfortable. I feel like Cloud's comfortable everywhere.
Yeah, when Cloud says he stays at the nicest inn, he sleeps in trees, so like it could be shit, and he'd be like, "This place is the nicest inn I've ever seen," and then sleep on the floor.
Is Key around? I don't know. She's muted for a while.
I'm here.
Okay. Are you any say into this?
Honestly, if there's nowhere for me to stay, I don't mind just staying at a pretty cheap inn.
You want to stay with them though, or on your own?
It doesn't really matter. If you folks are going somewhere affordable, I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll turn to you and go, well, I guess I'm going to go with Zacchus. If do you want to come with us?
Yeah, sure.
We can probably share a room if you want.
Sure, actually.
I'll just be sitting in the corner, sitting up,
Rule 34.
Yeah.
Engage.
trancing weirdly in the corner,
Just staring at you while you sleep.
staring at you while you sleep. It's like-
As long as you make sure I don't become a meal, I'm okay with that.
yeah.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to do before finding quarters for the night? Any shopping? Any type of information gathering? You want to do anything at all? Like, I'm just asking, just for asking.
Cloud
Nope.
goes out and tries to buy a magical sword.
I can tell you
Quick-
right now,
Oh.
Cloud immediately finds out he does not have enough money.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. Andrew knows that he doesn't have enough money. Cloud does not.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just, I know.
The most Zacchus would ever do is ask about fellow lizard folk and things like that, and if there are any in town, more or less while he's at the bar, or along the way, really, if anyone's offering information. But it's not like he's just going to walk up to random strangers and be like, lizard folk, where?
This old elf that started his little commune is still sticking in my craw a little bit. Do I know of anybody that might know of that guy? Like, can I think
your
of
professor
the people?
mentioned, so anyone your professor might know,
Yeah.
for instance.
I mean, there are many different types of studies going on. Sorry, my hair is just bothering the fuck out of me this morning.
Yeah, rub it in.
Whip your hair back and forth. Do the Valley Girl voice.
It's also nighttime.
Yeah, it's also nighttime. But you do know there's many different studies here. So finding a professor of some kind that sort of is like surveying the area, maybe I was gonna say archaeologist, a geologist, or someone who like does maps, cartography. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cartography.
cartography. They're definitely there's someone in town. You just have to probably spend some time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking more along. Like, would there be somebody that the old coot that tells the stories of back in my day,
Where's the census taker?
like
Where's
that guy?
guy?
And so do you want to do that now, or do you want to do that the next day? It is pretty late right now.
Yeah, if they're not, if I can't think of someone that would be in around the taverns, I will definitely ask the tavern owner as well.
Okay.
If he's ever, hey, you ever been to Little Pool or something like that?
The tavern that you guys are staying in is the same one that you are familiar with from before. The tavern keeper doesn't. He says he's just been here his whole life. He's a human, so he doesn't have that long of a lifespan, so he doesn't remember anyone like that.
Yeah.
Key, is there anything you wanted to do? I don't think I asked you.
I don't think so. I might poke around to see if I see any sign of where Kithari had gone. That's about it, really.
Okay. So you guys don't. I mean, three of you don't wander off too far, but Key, being new to the city, wants to take in some of the surroundings, get herself familiar. The three of you go to the tavern. Cyber, you're able to make your room and board free for the night. Anyone who can't perform like he can will pay 2 silver pieces for the room.
I'm all about the performing.
Yep. You guys are only able to get single rooms though. You can't afford for the other 2 people, so he and Thea will have to pay for themselves 2 silver for the room.
Okay.
That's right. In this world, guys get shit for free.
No, only hot pieces of ass. You just happen to be guys.
I'm a hot piece of ass.
Step one, be
Key, how long would you stay out for?
I would probably stay out reasonably late because I'm used to staying out late and just kind of tracking and looking around.
Okay, make a investigation check.
Do. You'd think my investigation would be better. Oof.
Despite your efforts, it's a little bit too late at night, and there's not many people wandering around for you to get any type of clue of where Kithri may have gone with the cart and goods, and you're just not able to find the cart and goods. For the rest of you, the night is a little eventful, but you're still within the realm of calm. You guys spend Zakis spends his time making the tavern owner happy he exists, and Cloud definitely hypes him up, generating a little bit more business for the tavern that night.
Okay.
There, you just enjoy a spectacle, unless you wish to participate in any way.
Yeah, no, can't think of any good way to add to that. So
Okay.
Would I also be able to question anyone in particular about any local lizard folk while I'm wrestling, I suppose?
You ask what you think would be strong individuals, but they haven't really given you any answers.
Okay.
Or any substantial answers. Cloud, what were you gonna say?
I'd probably do some later on in the night after the room was played for. I'd probably do some of my rooftop running.
Okay, you make a perception check for me then?
I can absolutely fail a perception check for you.
That'd be fantastic.
There you go, champ.
You failed it.
Oh, I did better than my dice says.
What's
I
wrong?
gotta turn these dice off because.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the dice. That's weird.
Can you see the die?
I see
No.
are you looking at a roll 21 or a
No,
D&D
on
Beyond one?
on the roll 20 it says I rolled a natural 1, and on the thing it says I rolled a 4. Like the physical die shows a 1. On the script,
Yeah.
in the notes it says 4.
But you're rolling from beyond, right?
I am rolling from beyond.
Turn the dice. Yeah, they're just not syncing up right.
The grave, beyond the grave.
Dice options. I'll just disable 3D dice.
Yeah, just disable that for now. Obviously, it's a little wonky. All right. So,
I would like to change my answer.
Okay, so go ahead.
So whenever Zakis wins an arm wrestling match, I'm going to use Prestidigitation to play the Final Fantasy victory music.
You come up with this little jingle in your head. Cloud gives you some pointers on the original design of it, but then it becomes that at the end of it.
Yeah.
Very triumphant win noise. It gets a little bit later. The bard dies down. Cloud sneaks off out of the tavern and starts doing his rooftop running. Key on the way back from your just looking around, you do. Your main goal was to find Kithri. You failed. But you do get sort of like the lay of the land. You do know where like you know where the market is. You know where to like. Oh, that's obviously a butcher. You start to notice like where things are. So if the next day you wanted to go find these places again, you would have no trouble. Being a tracker and such. However, on your way back, the streets are quite empty at this point, and as you sort of round a corner to head back to the tavern, you're still quite a bit of ways. You just see what looks to be a gnoll in the middle of the street, just like walking toward you.
Like threateningly?
No, he's just walking.
Well, I'm just gonna keep walking toward him then. But I'm definitely gonna be a little suspicious.
Okay. As you get closer, you're within maybe 15 feet at this point. The gnoll sort of raises his head, and you can see that his eyes are just like extremely pitch black.
That's not normal.
And he has like these weird like burn marks on his body, like on his fur. Like you can now see like he's been burnt several times, very very harshly. He says something in a language you don't understand. And then he just spontaneously combusts into full-on flame and starts burning to the ground in cinders.
Dad, I'm just very badly burned.
Dude.
That was funny.
Dude.
Fucking junkies.
Do you do anything? Like, do you react? Just asking. I mean, you can just, oh, okay, whatever.
Right.
but
Very important that I eat my garlic fingers. Well, I can't extinguish him, I assume. I'm curious about him. I'd like to try and extinguish him if I can.
You grab your cloak and you just try and start like patting him down. Make a survival check. This would be, I guess, survival / medicine. That's a little bit weird, but all right. You do a pretty good job of smothering some of the lower flames on his arms and legs. But the torso, even though you are doing a good job of snuffing it out, and you move it away to like get to the next part, it just starts catching on fire again.
Jesus fuck.
Spontaneous combustion.
And no matter how much you actually like continue to try, it just keeps popping back up wherever you snuff the fire out.
There were waterways near the.
So yeah, okay. I'll tell you. The nearest water to you is about 60 feet.
He is this asshole.
Do you want to keep trying to put him out? Do you want to get water? Do you want to stop? Like, what do you want to do?
I was thinking if he's not too far, I would just like make him run toward the water and dive in together.
Oh, he has completely just like flattened on the ground. Yeah, he's down.
Well, there's kind of only so much I can do.
Yeah, I don't think you can drag a burning body 60 feet.
No, doesn't really seem like a good call.
Okay.
I'll probably give up after some point. How is the Knoll reacting to all this? Like, he's just on fire? Is he, like, screaming? Is he unconscious? Like, what's his...
It seems like he's either unconscious or just unfazed, but his flesh is very much burning.
Oh, well... I'm gonna have to get out of the way for my own good. I don't want to start burning, too.
Okay. So, you try for, like, a good 30 seconds trying to get this guy to stop being on fire, but it just keeps all over his body, and eventually you're just like, fuck, what the hell? And then you just sort of stand there for the next like 15-20 seconds, and you just see that the flames get hotter and hotter and hotter. Eventually, like, his flesh is just like completely gone, and his bones are even beginning to like crack under the heat of the pressure, and just like it just becomes this smoldering black ash with a skeleton in front of you eventually.
Should have robbed it first.
Can you make a wisdom check?
First checks.
Yeah, just a check, not a saving throw.
Oh, sorry.
Well, okay, it's the same modifier. I'm just telling you it's not like you're not in danger. I'm just telling you to roll. No,
Not 20.
You do remember the words he said in that language you don't understand. So if you want to try and figure that out later, you can.
Okay. That's definitely good to know.
Yeah.
I wonder if he spoke Draconic or Orcish.
Key, you would know just based on that, and you have heard of different languages. This does seem to be a unique language to them. It's not like something common like Dragonborn or Draconic or Elvish or something like that. It is very much specific to kobolds.
You do know a wizard that might be able to help with such a situation.
Sorry, say that again, Jashna.
I said you do know a wizard that might be able to help with such a thing.
Yeah,
the
my first thought actually, because I'm just like, I don't know, it's not my wheelhouse.
Well, what do you want to do, Key?
You're now standing over a corpse.
Yeah, I want to just look around to see if there's anybody else in the vicinity that like, has witnessed this, because I don't feel like getting blamed for it, but...
No one currently witnessed what you witnessed. However, you do hear just like cobblestone steps semi-far away, probably around the next corner around or behind you. The echoing of the night air is keeping it a little bit vague of where it is, but it just sounds like regular like guards patrolling, but not necessarily anyone looking at you right now.
I mean, I feel like I would rather let them know that this happened, so can I find them?
Sure. You rush off toward the sounds of the metal hitting cobblestone, finding the guards. You alert them that there's been a murder, and you lead them back toward the skeleton, and they ask you several questions about what the hell happened. What do you explain what happened truthfully, or?
Yeah, actually, I am. I probably would tell them, like, I think it was a knoll and it was on fire, and I was really confused. It's not really something I'm used to seeing, so I thought whatever happens, he should probably not be on fire, but obviously I failed in that endeavor.
Okay. They investigate you a little bit as well, and they can tell that you're not a sort of the academy or magical person, so they don't think that you would be someone who would have done this. So your story is believed.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. I swear, I don't know what happened. Hands on fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
red-handed. But no, I would just let them know, and I'm pretty confused, but I have to go back and find people with more magical knowledge than I have to figure out what that was about.
Okay. Cloud, during your night jumping around stuff,
Yeah.
you do eventually run into Key walking back almost at the tavern. So like as you're returning, you're sort of returning at the same time.
Okay.
Yep.
I crawl down from a roof.
Creepy.
It is creepy. Do you do that a lot?
No, only every night.
So yes, a lot.
Oh, then yes, I do that a lot.
Oh, come on.
Do.
How do you get the lay of the land?
I walk.
That's what I'm doing.
Just walking vertically.
You're just
No.
walking at a higher elevation.
I mean, that does seem like it would be convenient, to be fair.
There's less people up there.
I do like less people.
It makes it easier for me to get the lay of the land.
So you should show me how to do that sometime. I feel like I would benefit from that ability.
Yeah, anytime. You just use your claws to dig into the soft wood.
Cloud, you're not that naive.
She's just asked me to teach her how to climb with her claws. What do you want me to say to her?
Step 1, get bit by a radioactive spider.
Yep.
That's dumb. You need to find a werewolf and get bit by that.
I mean, that we could probably hook you up with.
Yeah.
Werebear.
I choose you, grizzly bear.
All right.
I will say, yeah, I'll show. That was a little bit flippant, but I was like, I can show you. Getting up there is the hard part, but once you're up there, it's really just running and jumping.
Yeah, I dig that.
And you have a new ring, Key.
Oh yes,
Of
she has a
jumping.
ring of jumping.
You have a ring of jumping.
I don't know if did I give it to Thea for good? How did
You
that
know,
work?
I assumed you didn't.
No,
Okay.
I just identified it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I assumed as well. You're
I
just
mean,
like,
you
"Look,
are
it's
the
ring."
ranger.
I'm happy to jump around.
Okay.
Jump up, and get down.
Exactly.
Okay.
Airman's
All
defended
old.
people.
Did he mute me, or is this just going very quiet?
We just went quiet.
Oh yeah, he hit something.
Oh,
Yeah.
the cat hit something.
There we go. It just went completely silent, and the cat just stepped on the keyboard. What
Yeah,
did he hit?
I just said if anyone who can hear me can level up, but.
Oh no, I
guess you
couldn't
didn't hear me.
Yeah, everyone got to level 5. You're stuck at level 2.
Yeah, it happens.
All right. You guys eventually all get to your night's sleep.
Eh,
And a long rest is had, and
That'll give me time to resummon my familiar.
are you looking? Sorry, hang on. I'm trying to do something. Is that why you're gonna go for the shops, or just in general?
Huh?
Next day.
Okay.
Not currently, but yeah,
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
not in the middle of the night.
No. Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Secret DM stuff. Don't worry.
I figured it out eventually.
Yeah. As you
That it was
all,
secret DM stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, who slept in what room, or did you sleep in your like? You
you
paid,
told me I had a private room.
Well, you paid for a bed, but there's like a community room, and then there's like private rooms.
I mean, I really wouldn't care. Whatever room they gave me.
Okay.
I'd probably be in the common room. It's
Okay.
cheaper.
We were able to get private rooms, were we, or
It was
sleeping?
It was no, for if you did like your event stuff, it would be the common room.
Could I do a half price private?
E-
What's the price difference between common and private? What's the price for private?
2 silver for common. It'd be a gold for private.
All right,
It's a nice room.
I'll flip a gold for a private, and I'll tip the guy the 2 silver.
I was gonna say if you want to try and negotiate, you make a persuasion check.
Yeah, no, that sounds like something Cloud might try.
Yeah.
Persuasion. I should be good at that, right?
You should be.
Yeah, he'll give it to you for half off since you brought in some. You helped with the night's take.
Entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment and take for the bar definitely benefited, so he gives it to you for 50 silver.
I assume we have access to like the
Now,
bar or
I have a
whatever
question
through the
for
night.
you. Just because I'm me and I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
You said it was 1 gold, but he gave it to me for 50 silver, which is 5 gold. Cloud's not that naive.
Oh, sorry.
It's 10 silver to a gold.
Sorry, how much silver? It's 10 silver for a gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, 5 silver. That's what I meant to say. I did times 100, not times 10.
Yep.
The kitchen's closed at some point, but like there's always somebody kind of like around the bar, just because there's always night stranglers. But yeah.
I'm gonna trance for 4 hours in presumably wherever the common sleeping room is, and then I'm gonna start burning shit. And I feel like maybe I should take my little brazier out and like burn to summon my familiar.
Oh yes.
I have to just light a small fire. It seems like that would be disruptive, so I'm like, there's somewhere I can like leave the sleeping room to do this stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, before you do that, I will inform you all that as you, regardless of when you woke up or when you went to sleep, when you awake, you do all indeed level up!
Hey!
Yay! Everyone except for the rogue.
also a long rest, I assume.
Yes, the long rest, and I level up.
Hooray!
So,
oh no.
Seems
What am I
like the type of thing you would have done off session had I not said it 12 times.
Nope, it was literally when you got to the next long rest.
Okay, and how do we level up in Roll20?
Go to the top of your right of your character sheet, go to your experience points.
Yeah.
And you will put in
1,900?
10
million?
1,000, yeah. And you should see the little gear icon with the hammer.
Oh yeah,
up.
I see it. Sweet deal.
And then that way you guys can go through those points.
Yay, let's level up. I get to choose my thingamajig.
The other people on D&D Beyond, you're on your own.
That's fine. It's never been easier.
So easy with D&D Beyond.
Question is, do I wanna roll my HP or take the average?
If you roll your HP, I do allow 1 grace roll of a 1.
Okay.
So if you roll a 1, you get to re-roll it?
Yeah.
So you're...
Oh, I get spells.
Can I re-roll the 2?
Okay, you'll get 1 reroll in general.
Okay.
We'll just do that. That's fine. I don't mind.
Yay!
God damn it!
Ooh,
I got a 3.
Key got a 10. Holy shit.
Need D6.
I should have went with the fucking average.
Oh, 5. Very nice.
what do I roll for birds? I think an 8.
God damn it.
What?
I got a 3.
Go and add my +0 Constitution.
D8.
Yep.
D8. I'll just take D8. I won't reroll. I
Really?
won't bother with my reroll. Can I give him my reroll?
Sure. You guys.
Okay.
Since so many people rolled perfect.
Yay!
Hey! All right.
There you go.
Y'all pretty much above average now. I won't be so
I'm
lenient for the next levels.
I was looking at myself. I'm like, I'm a level 23 fighter with like, or I'm a level 3 fighter with like 23 health. This is not gonna go well.
Please let me go first. You're weak, as the wizard says.
That would be hilarious. We know that you're not that you don't have the most hit points. Just go behind.
Yeah. Stay in the rear. You know what? Just become a ranger.
Fuck.
That wasn't a negative thing. It was just, become another ranged person.
I'll try to think of what attacks I'm going for my maneuvers.
Oh god, you're doing that.
I'll think in 2 seconds ago.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
went Bardage College of Lore, which I think makes sense for my character build.
Oh.
Good. Very good. What does that specialize in specifically? Like spells or like a type of melee combat?
It gives me 3 bonus proficiencies and 2 expertise.
Oh, so you just become a fucking annoying asshole who's good at everything. Good.
That's what I do.
Can you roll me natural 20? Fuck! Can you roll me natural 20? Fuck!
No, what's great is when it's, can you roll me? I have a +20 to that. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
If I roll a 1, it's a 22.
Unnatural 20. Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a 37. Does he succeed?
Okay, so I'm probably going to go with Reprise, menacing attack, because I'm a giant fucking lizard.
Repose?
Oh.
You mean repost?
Post, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somebody is not a red mage.
Is
No,
everyone else done other than Cyber?
Well,
I
I mean, I
gotta
have
pick
picked
some stuff,
spells, but it's
I gotta
whatever.
pick spells, but
I gotta do spells too. Shit.
And trip.
I only
Okay,
got
I got it. Parry, trip, and
Okay, so everyone's
or no,
still going on.
riposte, parry, and trip.
I can go on without spells,
You know
though,
what I
so, it's whatever.
What
you
what do we got here?
Well, no, I can go on and, I can be looking at them while we're doing things. It'll be fine.
I just don't want to distract people, so that yeah.
I've been hanging out with wizards, so Arcana makes sense, right?
Hey, Aramis,
Yo,
should I take Detect Thoughts?
you should.
That sounds juicy as shit, man.
Oh, man.
You're gonna make my life a living hell.
That
aren't you?
sounds awful. Listen, when I played my Pathfinder game back in the day, I took a ranger spell called Create Treasure Map. And it is the best spell that there ever was, unless you're a DM. Because you would take a 12 by 12 piece of skin off of a creature, and I think it was like a little bit of silver or mercury or something, and you cast the spell, and it would create a map of the 3 most treasured items that creature knew about. And it was it could be, a food source, depending on the kind of creature it was, or it could be, a treasure trove. And man, it was awful for the DM because he had to make me treasure maps all the damn time. But this spell's just too cool.
Should I put points into intimidation?
You can do that?
Yeah,
Well,
I can do whatever I
he
want.
gets to pick expertises, or
Oh.
proficiencies.
Well, I
That's
don't.
what he
Intimidation.
said.
I didn't even. It's not even trained for me, so I could make it trained, and
Yeah. I don't think.
I just.
I just outside of the game, I don't think you'll ever be intimidating, as a character. So that
I think
that-
the thought of Cloud intimidating is hilarious.
Yeah, but you remember, you're picking things that you are practicing to be good at.
Listen, I'm absolutely not going to do it. I just think it's funny and wanted to bring it up.
I see.
So I want Arcana. Here's a question for you. So standardly, jumping is an athletics thing. How do you feel about an acrobatics jump?
It depends what type of jump you're doing. If you're trying to climb something while jumping, that's one thing. But if you're trying to just get pure distance, that would be strength.
I have a natural climb speed. So what you're saying is if I want to cover a gap, I do jumping from rooftop. I've been doing my rooftop stuff.
Yeah.
Would it make more sense for me to point into athletics because put one of my skills as athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like you climb, like natural climbing is when you're climbing like a face of a wall. But if there's like gaps between each point, that would be acrobatics, right? Not just straight jumping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Let me just. While you guys do that, I'm just gonna remind myself. Who needs a kick in the ass? Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong ones. Key, are you still here? Oh, Key just disconnected.
I know. I'm still here though.
Okay. When you wake up, you do see that same blind cat in the window of your common room.
Oh, it's a blind cat, is it?
Yep.
Can I pet it?
You're in bed, but you can get out of bed to go and try and
I
pet
would
it.
love to get into bed to try and pet it.
Yeah.
Gently.
Make an animal handling check.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds while I grab my character sheet again. Because everything closed on me for some reason.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. You get about 99% away to the cat. The cat even just like sniffs your hand, and then just as you're about to like run your fingers through its head, it just jumps out the window.
Oh man, you gotta like nat 20 that thing to touch it.
Over time, it will get a little better.
I love you, kitty. You are.
Cyber, I will inform you, however, that upon your waking and collecting your things to start the morning day, you notice that some money's missing from your purse.
Again? Oh, that one. Okay. I'll deduct the 5, don't worry.
Okay.
I deducted it.
I
forgot about that.
Do all play. Oh, that's
At least there's only 5 fucking gold coins.
Cyber's Christmas wish came true. And he lost 5
you get
gold.
all shitty things from that?
No, there's only 1, 2, 3 shitty things on the list that I can see. A lot of them are neutral.
But did he get all shitty?
Nope.
I got 2 shitty.
You got 2 shitty for sure. 2 of the 3 are him.
I don't think anything I got was shitty, was it?
No, you got all good things and a neutral.
On the plus side, my 2 shitty things are now used. I only have 1 good thing left, which is gain advantage on 1 roll.
Yep.
Ooh, I could take magic mouth.
You already got a magic mouth, boy.
Oh my.
Anyways, also on this night we will have Thea. During your meditative process this night, you had a very vivid dream about Cloud.
I don't think I can dream, but okay.
Well, whatever state you're in, even if like your meditation and you're like in just a black void, you see images and or dream of Cloud falling off a roof. And this keeps happening over and over again through your trance, but it's a different roof every single time.
I would 100% attribute that to saving him with Featherfall earlier. And just go, well, that's my brain processing that.
Okay. Okay. Otherwise, it's a new day, everybody. Welcome.
Woohoo!
You all meet downstairs. You're served some complimentary breakfast from the knight's hall. He finally had a chance to count it all, and it was a lot more money than he was initially expecting. So he gave you guys a little breakfast just to thank you for your contribution toward his bar.
Yay!
What would you guys like to do?
I mean, I'm just tagging along until we want to go back to Crownsport. I figured, it'd be easier to go back to Crownsport together since we all have to go back there to get paid than go by myself and get attacked by myself. I heard that, Snitcher. Yeah. We both know you would attack me in an instant if I left by myself. It's like, and you left by yourself. Here's a red dragon.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, that's why I told you that thing.
No.
Okay.
It was a wizard spell, Flock of Familiars. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay.
It's not. It's from Lost Laboratory of Qualish, which I don't even know what that is, so.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, discuss your... You guys are all sitting, enjoying your breakfast. Feel free to discuss.
Top of my mind right now is the plot to have the caravan
attacked,
dealt with, potentially coming from Shag Barton. I really want to determine whether or not that's true, because if it is, we need to deal with him. I'm not really sure if there's anything else in this town that can offer us any hints as to how to go about that.
I mean, probably not.
So that I'm taking to leave.
As I take a bite, deal with him after we get paid.
Yeah. Was Kithri staying the night here, and when was she heading back to Crownsport? Did we ever find that out?
I believe I told Key that she's staying. Key would have this information. She's staying in Crownsport Karstapoli for a while to make sure everything gets set up properly.
I wouldn't mind checking in with her since, there was an attempt on her life. I wouldn't mind checking in with her before we leave, if we have any idea where she stayed.
Key, do you know where she stayed?
What?
I don't think she really told me, did she?
No.
She was pretty secretive about where she was going. And I actually tried to look around for some sign of them last night, but I have to say I wasn't successful at all. I did see some other weird things, though, but probably not related.
Like what?
Like the usual random gnoll in the back streets with black eyes and chanting something and combusting in flames and dying.
That doesn't sound usual.
No, it really wasn't. I was pretty weirded out. I actually did tell a guard about it, but I have no clue what the gnoll said to me right before he died. Does anyone here know? I'll try to, badly say the word.
If you can remember it well enough, I can go ahead and cast, Do we want to take 10 minutes for it, or you want me to... you want me to blow a first level spell?
We're eating breakfast.
We're eating breakfast? Yeah, give me 10 minutes while we're eating, and I'll cast it as a ritual and not blow a spell slot. And I will cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
And then you can try to tell me.
you take your time while eating breakfast to cast a spell. The rest of you are still chomping away. Cloud would be intrigued by the story, and Zakis, I think, would at least be partially paying attention, just because a random guy got randomly set on fire.
Yeah, interesting fact.
Okay.
I think when we're done eating, we should definitely go look at where it happened too, if nobody's in too much of a rush.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You finish your spell. Key, you remember the words, and you do your best to try and say it, as it is a weird language. You're trying to mimic the sound and accent. You think it roughly translates to "Stop the Mulberry Man."
All around the mulberry bush.
The bird and what now?
Stop the Mulberry Man. I see.
What language was it?
It was Kobold, or sorry, Nullish.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Not atop the Mulberry Man.
Though it is roughly translated, and there's no direct translation. Stop could also mean end, or if you want to loosely translate it again, it'd be kill.
Mm-hmm.
Mulberry could probably mean anything as well. It could be a color.
How do you spell that? M-U-L berry. Yeah.
Type of berry.
Do I know anything about what black eyes might mean?
They're usually associated to fiends and fae, but spontaneously combusting on top of that, you can make an intelligence check if you can.
You want
try and
straight int, or
yeah, this is straight in. This is you theorizing.
Not great, but
not great at all.
You have unless it is like a spell being casted on somebody, but Key, how much detail did you go into while explaining this?
I mean, I feel like it was etched in my mind, so I went into enough detail to tell them about the eyes in the first place,
and
how creeped out I was, and just the odd behavior and the burns that were on his body already. But I don't know if I really said much more than that, because I was kind of in shock at the whole situation.
Did you go into the detail about the flames not being put out and being relit every time?
Yeah, that was the weirdest part, is that
I was
trying to help.
That was the last part that happened. You said you stopped after the burns, so.
I know.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, other than a spell like setting somebody on fire, like a fireball or ignite, but a rekindling fire on a body over and over again just doesn't seem natural.
I mean, I don't think we have the Amaterasu in here.
That's actually very good. I didn't think of that. Next campaign, Naruto only.
I'm a very intelligent person. I might have some theories on this.
Yeah, sure. You can do it too.
You are, baby.
You do better than me. Good job.
The stories that you have heard.
Sorry, that's not adding up correctly. I have a -1 intelligence, so that should be an 18.
Okay, that's fine. You have heard many stories about fire types of creatures. Elementals that are on fire and such, but a just random creature catching fire, it eludes you as well.
This is 100% spontaneous combustion. I've heard of this before. It just happens in nature.
Yeah, the closest thing you can relate to it is like a fire elemental, which you have heard stories of.
I relate to stories, but they are like, despite the fact that they're true, they sound very much like tales and stuff like that. So it's like, how much do you really read into them?
Yep. All right. You guys all wanted to go investigate the location of the death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys finish your meal. You head out, and Key leads you off to the location that she remembers where the body was. The location is, I mean, it is morning time now. The streets are very busy. The location does seem to be not like intentionally like covered up, but like the skeletal remains have been removed, and it does look like there's a couple guards nearby, just sort of watching the area. But foot traffic has resumed naturally, so any other evidence that would be here might be lost, if there was any.
Yeah. I'll walk over and ask the guards. They look like they're kind of keeping an eye on this spot specifically, right? Like, yeah, okay. I guess I'll wander over and ask them, like, hey, like I heard about what happened here. Do you have any? Do you know what's going on?
They see Key and you together, and they know who both. Well, yeah, Key, you do recognize these are the guards from last night. They're still on patrol from last night, so they're like, they sort of like look from side to side and ask you to come a little bit closer, and they just say that they weren't. They're not allowed to. They're not allowed to say much, but the academics took the body away, and they're currently examining it.
I want to know who specifically.
They don't know. They just got word from higher up from their commanding officers.
Okay. Do I know who it would be? Because that's our next stop.
Kind of hard to say. There's like maybe half a dozen options because like
Where's the Department of Burning Corpses?
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, the mortuary would be, I guess, one space. People who deal with the arcane elements of fire and stuff like that. There's creatures anatomy. There's like a bunch of subcategories that you could pin this toward, but you're not really sure who sort of had the final say in getting the body.
Who's the defense against the dark arts teacher? We'll go talk to
Yeah, exactly. It's different every week. I lose track. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, if these guys don't seem to have any more information, I'm assuming that if I look around, there's not going to be any outstanding.
Make an investigation check. With disadvantage because it's now way past the time.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just roll it twice because
I
don't
would like
remember
to assist.
which key. All right.
Doesn't need you, boy. You do see what looks to be a small, maybe 10 or 15 foot trail of blackened, now very faded to gray because all the other people are sort of walking through. But this is very much ash-like footprints that led up to where Key says the body was.
Like walking towards it.
Yeah, so like the path he took, and then when he fell, or when he collapsed, right? So there's about 15 feet worth of footprints, like bare footprints, with like a little bit of a claw that you can tell from the kobold having claw-like feet. About 15 feet worth.
Only 15 feet worth, though, huh? And it like abruptly stops after 15 feet. Mm-hmm.
It actually starts sort of like the further away it is, the lighter it is, and as it got closer to him, the darker it got over time. So it's almost like it started and then. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use persuasion to make the footsteps reveal themselves?
You
on disadvantage.
You already see the footsteps.
No, further.
Oh, sure.
Can I possibly use investigation or perception to use tracking skills to see if I could try to follow it further? Maybe.
Sure. You both roll investigation or
You don't have
perception.
any smell-based searchies, do you?
Fortunately not, even though we really should, but we don't.
Second here.
So investigation, you said?
Yeah, or perception, whatever one you want at this point.
Perception for me, because I have better perception.
Whenever the DM says whichever one you want, it means it doesn't matter.
No, it means the action can be used with either.
It is too crowded for me to see shit.
Yeah, there's too many.
I wanna.
Too many crappy mudbloods around.
Let me just.
You literally just called the NPCs mudbloods.
Yes.
Okay, making sure.
That's my fault. I said defense against the dark arts and sent everybody down that path.
Yeah. Key, what are you doing? Other than eating your food?
Actually not eating my food now. Feel like I would have also like been trying to track things, prints and whatnot.
Okay.
But they seem like they...
Well, you have the best knowledge, so I mean, if you want of the events that happened, so you can go ahead and roll.
Woo!
I unfortunately just finished not taking detect magic.
Okay. Though everyone's sort of helping and sort of creating, Cloud and Zakish, you don't more or less help find.
We're gone the wrong way.
No, it's more or less you're actually helping create sort of this weird like social bubble, where like you know how like when you have a group of friends, you sort of make a circle so that like then no one starts crossing in between you. You're sort of helping unintentionally securing the scene because you're looking at
being useful.
Yeah, you're like looking at the wrong spot, but people are walking around you, creating a nice little social bubble for you guys to work with. Key
outside of those bubbles, so I feel really triggered right now.
Key, though the last footprint that Thea found would make you think there are more beyond that point, but there is literally no other darkened footprint past that point.
What?
See, what I'm wondering
really
is whether
didn't
he
matter what
was
we chose.
plunked here,
Yeah, that's what I mean. What do you
or
mean,
that that's where he caught fire, and there's no footprints before it because he wasn't on fire yet.
Can I smell anything?
You smell a bunch of people.
Okay.
Yeah, any normal footprints from him are completely lost from the foot traffic, but the blackened footprints, that's where they stop.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if it's the trail starts abruptly because of the fire or
because he got teleported there.
Because he got teleported.
I don't remember. Did he take steps after he was in flames when I saw him? I don't remember that happening.
It was basically like step, 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 and then when he got within 15 feet of you, he looked up and saw you, took another step, said something, and then combusted, and then fell over.
Okay, so he didn't actually take any steps whilst being on fire.
No, only like one.
Okay, so the steps that we're seeing are pre-fire steps, so they came from seemingly nowhere, and I will share that with Thea.
Okay.
I have no fucking idea why that would happen. I mean, I have some idea, but probably not a great one.
Yeah, what's around? Are we in like an open roadway, or are we close between buildings, or
yeah, you're just in the middle of a path. Like it's right in the open. There's water, like I said, 60 feet from you, like near one of the canals. Yeah. If you remember, actually, like we can even say if we go back to that old map that I showed you of the city, it was basically where the guards were standing originally. Like that, like it's just a random path that has lots of buildings around.
I just finished doing all of my spells, and I went, I'm not gonna take detect magic. It'll be fine.
We don't need that.
Though, okay, just like as a note, using a detect magic in a magically imbued city, you're gonna have like alarm bells going off everywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you probably wouldn't find much.
It's fine. I think Detect Thoughts is going to be way better anyway, and Misty Step.
Oh yeah, it's going to be way better.
Well, better for me.
I took Zone of Truth.
It's going to be kind of like having Pornhub. I'm assuming.
I mean, if you want.
I don't know what else we can get from here. Take out my Polaroid and snap a picture of the crime scene.
Sometimes just what can you do?
Right. Yeah, let's go full. You know what? Let's go full academic. I'm gonna quickly measure out exactly how long it is. Take a little note. If I don't have a notebook, I'll conjure one.
You would have a notebook of some kind.
I'm assuming I have a notebook of some sort. And just make a note of, like exactly where this is.
Oh, sure. You can do that.
I can't take a picture of the scene, but I can,
Yeah, you take all the notes you can. No one stops you, no one bugs you during this time.
Cloud draws the scene.
Yeah, and this is definitely a weird thing that happened, and it's worth noting down.
Yeah. All right, and then I want to go. I want to go find out where this corpse has gone and what they've learned from it. So, I'll see if these guys want to come with me.
I will take along.
That sounds boring. I have my own mission.
All right.
You have a mission?
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
I
need to remember.
I don't know. We'll meet you back in 2 hours, an hour, whatever.
Mountain time?
Specific time.
Okay.
Specifically in 2 hours.
Look up at the sun and I start. Okay, so what's an hour?
I just shrugged.
Is hours a concept in D&D?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or times of day?
If a short rest is an hour, hours must be a thing.
Hours is the thing for us.
You have a small alarm clock in your head that goes off every hour.
I do not know at what rate Toral or whatever world we're on rotates, but we can assume.
Yeah.
2 short rests, got you.
Yeah, 2 short rests.
I'm assuming Key would want to come as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Having been they probably have some questions for you.
Yeah. Pretty. I like how you bought new dice even though you've been rolling digital dice this whole game.
Oh, yeah, you guys can roll physically. Like, I don't mind. It just tell me what the number is.
It's gonna be bad no matter where it is for him.
It's funny when we learn the ones, but yeah, I did buy new dice just for this game.
Oh, very nice.
Use them then.
You can buy dice in D&D Beyond too.
That's true, I can. You're right, I can spend money everywhere.
Amina, I need your help for a second. Can you please find this? I'm gonna send it to you. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. What? I hate Discord so much sometimes. Like, I just want to copy it. I don't want to copy, like, the link to that person's channel. There.
Alright, who lip reads?
Yeah. Hey, calm down. Alright. So, Thea, you go and start poking around the academy looking to see if anyone knows of a recently acquired null body. Despite quite a few people that you would suspect might have it, you are turning up very little answers. If None.
That's concerning.
You eventually find McGillicuddy, and you ask him directly, and he seems to know nothing about it either.
Huh. Well, yeah, like I've known him forever, right?
Yep.
Like he's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
As cool as you would
Yeah.
know him to be. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll tell him what happened and say that it was supposedly collected by someone here.
He definitely raises an eyebrow in question of this weird event that happened, and the fact that he even like just straight up says the fact that I have not heard of it indicates that someone even more renowned than me had to have done this.
Renowned or you know, unseemly? I don't know. I've lost the word. I've lost my ability to word. Sorry.
He uses the word renowned because he doesn't
Yeah.
see anyone here as unsightly.
Aside from her companions.
Yeah, well,
Did I freeze? Or is
No.
everyone
No.
like...
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So coming to very little answers right now. What do you want to do?
well, I'll ask him if he has any idea where else we should check.
He sort of issues a word of caution, where it's not a threat in any way. It's more or less just wise advice. He says, if someone wanted this buried, I suggest you leave it be for now. There's clearly a reason that no one knows about this, and I will do my part into looking into this, as something as strange as this should be reported. We should let whoever has taken over this case as very high importance, and we shouldn't muddle in things we don't understand.
As long as it was taken by someone
Now, can I
with
do a
good
perception
intentions.
to see... Sorry, can I roll perception to see if I think he's lying or if he's giving signs of lying or anything like that?
That would be insight.
Oh, insight. Sorry.
Yeah. You can. And like he said, he will try to look into it himself, and if he does find out that a non-academic or someone that is not who's supposed to have it is to have it, obviously he'll do something about it. But for now, if the authorities said that someone has it, then there shouldn't be any cause for concern.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I will trust him on this.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask him if he knows what might have caused like black eyes like that, or if he's ever heard of a flame that can't be put out.
Let me roll. Unfortunately, his knowledge is in a different type of magic, and this sort of yeah, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I will also ask if there's been any news with the boy.
Oh, yes. He says that the boy did awake this morning, and he is currently being talked to and asked just general questions by another academic at this time, and a report will come soon to McGillicuddy. However, when they went to go check on your friend, the rogue, she seemingly has disappeared.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Might want to do a sweep and make sure nothing's missing.
A sweep of the room?
Everything. Literally everything. Tell everyone to bolt their belongings to the floor.
Fair enough.
I watched you steal cutlery. It doesn't have to be valuable. Just make sure everything's still here.
He says, "We rest assured, we are checking everything. That nothing seems to be specifically missing."
All right. I will apologize for bringing that to here then.
No, not at all. A friend was in need, and you sought help, regardless of how mischievous that friend might be.
Yeah.
Okay. Cloud, I did send you a message of what you found.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Unless you can roll me a 50 in persuasion, I don't think you get it.
Yeah, well, let's just see what I can get. 24.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
The lowest he'll go is like a couple hundred off, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. That puts me still a couple shy.
A couple shy, yeah. A couple zeros shy. Anyways, if there's nothing else you wanted to ask, I assume you guys will take your leave and meet up with Cloud later.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't have any more questions I can think of off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
No questions for me.
Okay, so I guess the discussion you're all having now is, what do you want to do?
I don't feel like we're getting many answers in terms of the...
No, we're not going to find out a lot of information in this place.
So I feel like we might as well just head back to Crownport and get our money, and maybe we can figure more out there.
What's going on with Shag Barton? See, I remember names too.
AKA Shaggy.
Southeast. We're gonna go back the long way and see if we can see about this missing Dragonborn. I can't remember whether he clarified whether her husband was also Dragonborn.
I think he was.
I don't want to be presumptuous.
He was.
Okay.
You said it.
He was also a bronze dragonborn with a similar necklace, just to make sure we all understand. Oh, actually, did I share that image with you? Because I did have an image of that necklace.
It's an easy kitten. Oh my god.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't think you shared the necklace picture.
Oh, okay. Show to players. Perfect. There we go.
Cool.
Excellent. They got that off Etsy, huh?
That looks very similar to my dice.
It does, actually. But I found this first, so your dice looks similar to my necklace.
there's actually like little dragons in behind the numbers of my dice.
Oh, very nice. Alright.
Alright, we might as well back up.
So that is a question. Do you guys want to take the safer, longer route on the road? Or do you want to go back down through Little Pool, across the bridge, into the forest where random events might happen again?
The forest of random encounters?
That's what it's called. You definitely get less encounters on the road. But
and that's... She said he went southeast.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming if we...
I mean, in terms of southeast, this entire section is southeast.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's kind of where the road goes, doesn't it? Back all the way down to that bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely could hit some spots on the way, or if you wanted to even take a shortcut.
I mean, it can't hurt if we're thinking that there's like an attempt to establish a trade route with Little Pool. It's probably not a bad idea to ask other towns around to see what's what, because they might be able to supply people or have interest in getting in on it or whatever.
True. Clever girl.
So I'd say it's just in our best interest to go that way anyway. Also, I don't really want to deal with Haggish again. That guy's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
I could always eat him.
Yeah.
I might take issue with you trying to eat it.
You see, I don't see any issue with me eating anyone. I just see an issue with everyone trying to stop me.
Oh. One of these days, someone's gonna try and eat you, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's how that feels."
All right. Well, yeah. If there's nothing else, people are not very. They're not making with the information for me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Everybody's being really useless here.
Most of the things you're asking are very specific to knowledge that these people don't have.
Now,
Yeah.
let's look on the bright side. I went off, did my own mission, failed at that too, so we're failing at peak efficiency.
There you go.
I succeeded at my mission of paying for my room and board, so I'm the only success story.
Good job.
Success.
Success.
Yes, you heard me.
All right.
Yeah, we did.
So, what is the path of travel? Have we decided?
I mean, I'll go either way, but honestly, the long route might be a little fun.
Did we want to try to check up on Kid 3 on our way out of town?
Oh, that is something you said you wanted to do. You can do that if you want.
Then there was a flaming knoll, and we decided that was a little more interesting in the moment, so we did that one first.
The rogue just disappeared. Are we gonna just say like we looked around for her before we left? Because we won't find her because it makes sense. But
I mean, I would kind of like to find her.
Yeah.
I don't know where she would have gone, but
You do spend some time sort of asking if anyone has seen a very finger nimble rogue, and no one seems to have seen her.
Just follow the bodies.
Sticky fingered. That's what I was trying to say. Sticky fingered rogue. Yeah. Okay. Make a investigation check if you guys do want to look for Kithri. Otherwise, we'll just go straight to the road.
Yeah, I'd like to check on her. Investigation.
Can I assist?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna assist Thea with it to give her advantage.
Okay.
Advantage.
Yeah, you guys are all looking together, so that's fine.
Oh, there you go. That was better.
Very nice.
Thank you for the advantage.
You do end up finding where the cart has been placed, and you do indeed see the horses that were attached to the carriages tied off nearby. So you sort of follow that initial clue to what looks to be sort of like the city like leans into this mountainside, so there's like a big excavation sort of setup there that digs deep into the mountain. There's also stores and other sort of blacksmithy type of buildings nearby, and you are able to see one of the goons that were with you during your travels outside one of the shops, just sort of setting up. It's only been a day and the place doesn't look ready for anybody, but you can assume that this is where she would be.
All right. Well, we'll go in, and I just want to say hi and make sure she's okay.
The goon sees you and he goes, "Oh, hello. Yeah, she's inside." Just doesn't really have any emotion. You head inside. The shop is completely like barren. It looks like she's setting up some kind of a shop here.
The goon that was outside was it Steve, Andrew, or Steve?
It was Andrew.
Goddamn Andrew.
Yeah, fuck Andrew. What would you say, Thea?
Was she supposed to be staying? Like, is she supposed to be setting this up?
You don't know.
Weird. Like, I didn't think that was that isn't what I expected her to be doing. Is all.
You do see Kithri sort of walking out from the back room to the counter, and she looks at the group of you sort of stumbling, and she's like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you all so soon. What brings you by?"
Oh, just we're heading out, and we wanted to check up and see if everything's still going okay with you.
Yes, we are definitely We are barely one day in setting up, but we're working our way slowly. But
I didn't realize. I will say, like, I didn't realize you were staying in town because it looks like she is.
she says, "Oh, well, I'm staying in town for a few weeks just to set up everything, negotiate with the people I need to speak to, and then I will be on my way back to Crownsport myself to catch a ship back to my home city of Saltak."
Yeah, find my notepad.
We are establishing what is a trade route, so we need a place to sell the goods once they arrive.
I see.
Obviously the bulk of what we are bringing is going to be prearranged, but we will be bringing other things that are not necessarily pre-sold, and selling them around here would be a great benefit. Key, you think again? She's just being genuine.
Is that a 14 genuine or genuine?
That's a 14 genuine. There has been no indication of alteration in her voice or like pattern of speaking that you can determine.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'll go ahead and ask her. Like, what's so? What is your? I guess I never asked what exactly your position in this endeavor is.
As I think I explained to you, to Key, during one of our night talks, I'm more or less looking to benefit the city of Saltak, and the trade route would be a very, very big benefit in order to gain wealth and recognition. So I am here just to make sure that everything on this side of the deal goes off accordingly. And like I said, I will be returning and then our points of contact have been made, and any other future deals will be handled.
So who's running the shop here?
Steve most likely will.
Steve, I see.
Which one?
That one, and she just points in a direction.
From the prodigious law firm of Steve, and Steve.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the Steve that didn't make it.
Yeah, there's four.
He failed the bar.
Yeah.
Poor Steve.
He failed the bar by
Not
being
that
at the
Steve,
bar.
but the other Steve.
Yeah. But once, I don't know if you'll ever be in Kersapoli.
I mean, well, I will be.
Oh, well, once we are set up, feel free to stop by. We'll definitely have some goods for sale.
All right. Well, I guess that's fine.
Well, you said you were heading out. Well, I wish you luck on your journey. Be safe.
Thanks. You as well. I can't remember whether I knew about the letter Key got.
I definitely did tell you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so you do know that.
But I don't think we ever told Kithri then.
No. That's why she's sort of still behaving the way she's behaving.
Should we warn her? I feel like we probably should, since I've talked to her several times now with suspicion, and she seems to be checking out. So my instinct would be to maybe ask her if she's heard of any double-crossing potential. I'm just not. I'm wondering what the group thinks before I do that.
And just to remind you, just because I didn't write down the note specifically did say to intercept the caravan before arriving in Karstapoli.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Yes.
Well, they've already failed, so too bad for them.
Wasn't there also something specifically about her?
Yeah, to kill Kithri.
To kill her before she reaches the city, yeah.
Yeah.
Who is it? Cloud's friend or whatever was like, oh, hey, man, we were hired by that guy to kill What's-Her-Face and all these people. And we were like, what guy? And then Zach was eating him.
Yeah.
No.
He just left.
No, I didn't. He left. I didn't eat him. I was eating the knoll.
No,
Or
you,
You totally ate him.
you were eating the kobold is the one who was sort of
Yeah.
the leader of this
Yeah.
ambush, and he's the one that had the letter, and he's the one who sort of hired the other people to help him.
And he was dead, and I ate him.
Yeah, he was already dead.
I
What do
mean,
you
let's
take
be
me for? A
real,
monster
that
who
was
eats
like
living things? Yes.
that was a very trivial detail in the whole scheme of things when it comes to Brazzers. He was gonna eat him whether he was alive or dead.
It does actually make a big spiel in the details because at least you guys can't blame me for killing information.
Says who?
I mean, logic, but
I mean,
you know.
was I watching when he was alive? No.
No, you're getting your ass burnt to death.
Actually, I wasn't. I was okay.
No, I got stabbed. I didn't get burnt. Never mind.
I don't think I got hit.
Yeah, you were knocked.
I was
you were
unconscious
asleep.
for all of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were
Yeah,
asleep.
you fell asleep again.
Yeah, you sleep a lot during fights.
I spent a lot of time just slapping bitches with mage hand.
I
Yeah.
put more people to sleep than I actually fall asleep.
I call bullshit on that.
It's close.
Technically speaking, he is right, just because I know how many people he's put to sleep out during other stuff.
Yeah, okay, let me rephrase that. He's been put to sleep and knocked unconscious just as much as he's put people to sleep.
Only knocked out once.
Maybe. All right.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave it to Key to make the call on whether she should. But I would like to give her the look like maybe we should tell her what's going on.
I feel like if Thea thinks it's a good idea, I'd probably I guess I probably should do it. But I'll probably say to Kithra, like, do you mind if we speak a little privately for a moment? Just before we go.
Sure, of course. And she waves you like behind the counter, so you have like a little bit of privacy, not much. She doesn't really understand how much privacy you need right now, so.
And I'm going to say, I don't mean to alarm you, but I just wanted to know had you heard about any threat against you and the mission that you're carrying out right now?
Her face gets a little bit more serious, back to like basically when you first met, the sort of upfront type of like back straight posture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a good soldier following orders sort of stance, and she's like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're referring to.
Well, I can't verify whether or not this is true, but we found some indication that there may be, well, let's just put it this way. It's possible that the caravan wasn't meant to make it to Karstopoli.
She gets a little taken back, and she's just like, and you said you cannot confirm this? And by not make it, do you mean it was supposed to be hijacked?
I'm not sure what the intentions were. All I know is that some of the bandits that we had run into in the ambush had made mention of being told or hired to ambush us, and I don't know exactly what their intentions were, like I say. We also found a note saying that saying that the caravan wasn't meant to make it here. Obviously it has, so I'm sure you'll be relieved that that much has happened, but I just wanted to see if this is something that's familiar to you, and it obviously seems like it isn't.
She says, well, several people had to be informed of this trip in order to make it happen. So it's possible someone tried to be a little bit greedy, and I'm not surprised. I'm actually rather surprised that it went as smoothly as it did, though I have you all to thank for that.
So when you say that there were people that had to be informed, who are you speaking about specifically?
Well, we had to, of course, get the goods from Saltak. We had to ferry them here on the boat, and we had to obviously inform any number of people in Crownsport and whoever Grenadier, who perhaps told word of mouth could have gotten around at any point in time. Though it does seem like you are holding a little bit more information than you're telling me.
Well, to be honest, I am, but not for any malicious reason. I just wanted to see whether or not you could be trusted. It's so difficult to determine who's in who has the right intentions at this point. But if you must know, there's some indication that it was Shag Barton who meant to intercept the caravan.
Her face develops an emotion that you haven't seen on her yet. It's more or less just, it's not shock. It's more or less a combination of anger and disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what you can tell, she thinks this has been all a legitimate enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
So her hearing that sort of puts a bad taste in her mouth as she sort of replies to you and says, "And where you think Shag Barton had something to do with this? He's the one who came up with this entire. He." And she's just becoming very very hard to form a sentence right now. She's getting rather frustrated rather quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, she sort of composes herself and says, "Do you have proof of this?"
All I have is this note.
And she reads it. You assumed this note. I assumed you gave it to her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw an action at you. Sorry. She reads it. She sort of crumples the edge, like holding it tight in her fist. And so she folds the note back and hands it back to you and says, "You said you were leaving, yes?
I did.
Are you heading to Crownsport by chance?"
At some point I know we'll make our way back there. Why?
Shall you reach there before me? Please ensure that, though I have not known him long, Grenadier is alerted to this information, as I do not wish Shag Barton to perhaps get away any further than what he already has.
So you believe the note's legitimate then?
I want to understand the note, and if it is legitimate, I do not want Shag Barton to slip through the cracks. If it is proven to be false, then things will just continue as I know them to be.
So what will you do? Obviously, if they didn't want the caravan to make it to Karstapoli, they're going to be upset now that it has. Aren't you afraid for your life?
No more so than I was in Saltak. I am still a figurehead there, and my life has been under threat several times. I will be able to handle myself here, don't you worry, but I... And she sort of looks over at the group, and she's like, "I have quite a bit of reason to trust you, trust your group, your fellow compatriots. You the most. Can I trust that you'll make sure Shag Barton doesn't get any further away?"
If we can help it, he absolutely won't. But like I say, I just have to keep in mind that we don't know exactly who's behind this. It's possible Shag's being framed, it's possible it's him. We'll have to know more before we act.
Oh, don't worry, we will know more. Trust you me. And I thank you for bringing this to my attention.
From the way she's talking, Does it sound like we should head the short way back? The theoretically quicker way back? Does this seem like is her tone implying that this is urgent?
It's not like she knows if he's leaving anytime soon. It's more or less that she wants to make sure that if he is still in Crownsport when you arrive, that he doesn't get out of Crownsport.
Yeah.
In terms of a time frame, you don't have any knowledge right now if he's even still there, or if he's chilling, or if he's leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like there's
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing on that front. So it's still up to you what you want to do.
To me, it sounds like we should get there sooner than later. But I probably won't say that until we're out of earshot of the rest of them.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody's card I can give her if she needs help. Do I?
You can give her
in Karstapoli, right? Like this.
Yeah, yeah. You can give her the name of a few like guardsmen that you trust, and if there's something, if it gets really bad, you can choose to give her the name of McGillicuddy.
I don't know if that would be particularly helpful to her situation. If I know a couple of guards that are,
Yeah, I mean, giving him his name as like an emergency contact is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, he is a high academic figurehead that has some pull. So definitely a name if you want to give it away to someone you trust.
Yeah, no, I'll give her a couple of names that if she finds herself in a pickle in a strange city.
In a pickle, got it.
Yes.
All right. So with that, you guys are going to start heading outside the city. And have we changed our initial idea of the long path to a short one, or are we sticking to the long path?
I'm going to say to them, look, I know that some of us wanted to look into this business of the missing husband, but I really feel like we should get back to Crownport just to determine what's going on here. Because if we don't do that, and well, we just don't know what's going to happen.
Sure. I agree. And also, I have a new toy I can try out on Haggish on the way back. So
I just shrugged my shoulders.
What?
the detect thoughts thing.
Detect thoughts.
A spell is a toy now, apparently.
Some spells are toys.
All right.
Detect thoughts is one of them.
Now, yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys wanted to buy horses on the way back, but you're taking the short path through a very rough terrain, so horses won't necessarily be the best thing.
What's faster, horses the long way or on foot the short way?
Yeah.
Okay, so on foot the long way is about a full 1, 2, 3. It's like a full week's travel.
But if we took horses the long way.
If you took the horses the long way, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you rode the horses all day, it'd be about 3 to 4 days, depending how much you push the horses.
And on foot through the woods, how long will it take?
It took you, well, you had trouble the first day you got out there, but it takes you about three solid days if you come into no troubles.
But also at the same time, we were traveling with a caravan as well, so technically wouldn't it be faster?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It took you longer because the caravan and you the first roll you guys made, you had really bad earthquake happen. So it took you like 4.5 days. So it took you about 3 solid days walking at a brisk pace. It's a short way, but not necessarily safe.
How well does Zakis do on a horse?
Valid question.
I can rightfully say Zakis has never ridden a horse.
Let's walk.
I feel like this is something we need to take into consideration.
I mean, Zakis, you could technically ride with somebody. It would just it would probably take you the better part of the 4th day to get to the final destination because you have less horses and they're carrying more weight.
Yeah.
Let's double time it through the woods.
I mean, just looking at me, who is a nearly 7 foot tall lizard that looks heavy as fuck, I'm fairly safe. It's good to establish that I do not know how to ride a horse by everyone's ass. Just by looking at me.
Okay.
Lizard folk are not horse riders.
You get him a pony.
A dwarven war pony.
Yeah.
You would crush that pony.
All right.
Maybe a fucking 5-tail.
so-
like,
I've only heard Klaus say short version.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
that's-
care.
That's fine.
Well, Brackett doesn't care.
Yeah, you want to use your new spell.
Yeah, if we're passing through Littlepool at a time where I can do that, I would love to, because I think he's hiding something. Maybe I'm just suspicious, but
Okay. All right.
the story sounds sketchy.
So as you guys start heading out, making a decision to take the short route once more, we'll take a 5-10 minute break so we can all enjoy ourselves.
Yes, I'm being told I forgot to feed the cat.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh no.
Is the cat telling you right now?
The cat has been telling me yes.
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 All right. So we'll take that and then we'll come back.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet deal. I'm gonna go for a smoke. Okay, everyone, you heard me.
I am back.
Hello. Key, you said you're here, right? Or was that Jay?
No, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you don't have to sound so disappointed.
What's happening?
What's going on?
See, that's how you get everyone back. You cause drama.
There you go. That works.
Yeah.
All I know is you hurt Jashona's feelings, and now I have to kill
I'm
you.
back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay.
There wasn't one.
I caught 2 Scyther while we were gone.
Nice.
I have one?
No.
What are you playing? Pokemon Go?
No.
Arcturus, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Nice.
Okay.
Actually, I like that game, but I feel like they needed to do more like PvP stuff with it.
I'm sure they'll introduce stuff in DLCs for that.
Not playing Lost Ark with everyone else.
Oh yeah, I was waiting all day for that damn game to unlock, and it unlocked right as we started D&D. So annoying. I had the day off. I had the day off too. Just like I didn't even plan it. I just had it off. So I was like, oh, I can play this. Nope. All right.
Hey, let's get the show on the road.
Oh, whatever servers you guys are joining, message me later so that we all join the same server.
For what?
Lost Ark.
Oh, okay. I might not get that until after my tax day, but that'll be like March 1st or whatever.
Free.
It's free.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy.
Which should be concerning. I mean, that's a giant red flag right there. But
yeah.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
Nothing's free.
Yeah,
it's a free Korean MMO. So
yeah, there's like founders packs you can get, but yeah, it's free.
Oh, and most MMOs
like
nowadays are
campaign.
free. You just got to pay to win.
Yeah, exactly. Pay for convenience nowadays.
Well, it's Korean, so there's a lot more tits than there is in anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
It's bad.
Yeah.
I played Blade and Soul back in the day a little bit, but that's enough.
Lost Ark.
Okay, I'm installing it.
Yeah, it's big. All right, so you begin your trek back to Crownsport, and you are able to get to what is the bridge before the day's end.
Yay!
How does the bridge look?
Does it look damaged?
Well, before you officially arrive there, you do see just as you're sort of seeing it in the distance, you do see what looks to be a caravan. Not a caravan. Sorry, more like a large cart full of what looks to be supplies of some kind that are tarped over, and 3 different people that are currently riding it, coming from the city, coming from Littlepool, and they're heading like the opposite direction of you. It looks like they're heading to Karsapoli or another city nearby.
Do they look like they're rushing or panicking?
Nope, they just look like they're normal travelers on the road.
Okay.
I killed them.
Do they look like if I said hi to them? If I wave, do they respond?
What species and or gender do they appear to be, and how are they dressed?
They are dressed in common-esque clothes. They don't look to be fighters or anything like that, or adventurers like yourselves. Let me see what ones were on there. The people that are riding it seem to be a human female, an Asimar male, and what looks to be a Triton male.
I mean, I don't even know what the last one is. But Asimar aren't that common, are they?
Triton's merfolk.
Yeah, Tritons are the mer people.
Do they all walk into a bar?
I'm sure I would be common with Tritons, considering the Orcish territories, island nation, and they like to capture people. So I'm sure they would be familiar. I would be familiar with Tritons to some extent.
You've seen your fair share, for sure.
Okay.
Seems like a weird collection to be.
Have you looked at yourselves?
Yeah, well.
I mean, most of them are pointy ears. It's just me and Cloud that are the odd ones out, honestly.
I mean, Asimars look relatively just large or human and or Goliath-like, right? So it's
yeah.
Yeah,
but you don't see a lot of the chances of running into one are pretty slim.
The chances of running into a Triton this far into land is pretty slim.
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of shifty. They're not chained to this wagon, are they?
You're probably right. We should kill them.
Please don't.
I would just casually comment, "Don't see Tritons this far from sea."
So to start with, the first thing guys wanted to do was someone was waving.
Yeah, I was just gonna wave as we were approaching, just kind of see whether.
Yeah.
Because my initial thought was I'd like to see where these people are coming from, and like more for gossip on what's going on this road than them in particular. But now that I've got more details, it might also be them in particular I'm interested in.
You wave, and the human on the side sort of just gives a just a small hand gesture. They
driving then?
Sorry?
Who's driving?
The Triton is driving.
Okay.
It's a single horse with a carriage. They're moving rather slow. They're not in any type of hurry. To answer the other question, if they look chained or anything like that, they just look like a bunch of people driving a cart. That's all.
Okay.
And they eventually pass you.
And then Zakis can make his comment about.
Yeah, and you make your comment about. You said something about being so far in.
You don't see Triton so far from the sea.
You guys are still like sort of passing each other as you
Yeah.
say it before you cross, and you can see him just like looking at you, and he doesn't really make a comment.
Okay. Did he look at me menacingly?
Nothing seems untoward.
Just a casual glance, because I commented on his species.
It's sort of, it was more or less like a dead stare, or just like who the fuck are you?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. And sorry?
Seems otherwise like just a normal cart then?
Yeah.
If you want to make a perception check to see what they're carrying, you could do that.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure my height would also account to me seeing over the side of his thing, so I'd probably casually glance.
It is somewhat like tarped, like your caravan was, with the supplies, just to keep it from the rain and other stuff like that. But you can go ahead and roll. I mean, if you do notice when you get a little closer to try and like take a peek, you do see them sort of looking back at you, just making sure you're not doing anything shady.
I mean, I more or less just casually turning my head, because my height kind of allows me to stop from having to like stand on my tippy toes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I just kind of casually turn my head at the cart to see what's in it as I walk by, kind of deal.
Unfortunately, you guys aren't able to see specifically what's in it. Whatever it is, it's dark and it matches like the shadows, so it's whatever it is, it's black. But you can't tell what it is.
Okay.
Weird smells or sounds, I take it.
No, nothing like that.
Blood
doesn't smell like
behind
corpse.
it.
If you can tell anything just from the pace they're going at, it's heavy. The horses.
Honestly, it could just be stone or something like that, or minerals.
The horse is pulling the cart, but it's obviously not going at any type of a pace that would be faster than like half the normal speed a horse would normally carry a cart full of people.
I mean, the bridge was set up for this exact purpose, so could just be, people transporting goods to Castapoli for sale.
Do we need to call the SPCA about this, or?
Are the goods over $10,000?
Sounds like this horse is not being fairly treated.
PETA.
You do realize that we have a stolen horse, right?
No, we don't have that
No, you
anymore.
don't
I don't know what you're talking about.
I even specifically mentioned the horses before, and you guys just completely went past it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think any of us were on board with being horse thieves in the beginning.
No, not really.
Honestly, the horse was just food. I just saw it as walking food, so.
Yeah.
Paimon's emergency rations.
You guys make it back to the town of Little Pool. It's cusping on night now. Sun is almost set, and
we stayed just inside the town, but with our wagons last time, right?
You guys shared like a meal and stayed relatively close by. Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't an inn here, right?
No, it's just personal houses.
I mean, there's a river right there. I have no issue sleeping in that, honestly.
Yeah. As you guys are crossing the bridge, it's two different people than the original two you met before, but they're still only like two village guards sort of guarding this right now.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge looks very much intact and safe to cross, as someone asked earlier.
Okay. Yeah, like how it looked like it wasn't attacked or anything like that, more or less. I was more or less trying to see if that Etna attacked or more or less like that.
Right.
Probably bullshit. Dude was probably on drugs.
Or he's trying to cause stuff to raise taxes or the price.
Yeah.
It was the dude's son who saw it conveniently, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you guys want to stop in Littlepool, or do you want to push on as far as you can before official night?
I mean, I thought someone wanted to use their special magic on someone.
I did want to poke this guy. Like, is it getting close to dinner time? Is everybody out at their table? Is that?
Yeah. They're
at
setting
their weird family table.
It's like a community table. Yeah. So all of them are getting set up as they did before. You do see Hagish at the table this time and not standing aside, as you don't think he knows you're here yet.
Yeah. Well, we'll go up and talk to everybody.
Okay.
For sure, we're definitely at the very least going to say hi.
Not like they wouldn't recognize us. We're not strangers per se. We've eaten with them before.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming it was only a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it was.
I'm assuming they haven't forgotten us that quickly. We're weird enough.
Me in particular, and Cloud.
I will definitely tell Key that I want to see what he's up to, but I don't want him to necessarily know that I'm casting a spell on him because he won't know until I try to probe deeper. He doesn't have a chance on the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
considering part of our...
To be fair, you do know that detect thoughts, if he does know, he does find out that you're probing into his mind.
Surface, let's see. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, and then as an action, you can either shift to another creature or probe deeper, and then they get the wisdom save. And if they succeed, then they know.
So as long as you're more or less guiding him towards the subject, so that the thoughts are on the surface, then you'd have to probe deeper.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to casually guide him towards those thoughts.
Yeah.
Without kind of,
So this is why I need Key to help. I need Key to do the asking while I do the detecting.
We all know that me and Cloud are useless for that aspect. We can distract easily, but we can't guide like that.
I mean, no disrespect. There's a reason I'm asking who I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, we were asked by Grenadier to, try and negotiate the taxation situation with the bridge, so I feel like it makes sense for us to go back there.
Well, I feel like he's hiding something.
You guys have established a negotiation with the other guy.
With the other guy, yeah.
Yeah. So, just keeping that in mind in case you forgot. I know it's been a while.
If this guy's gonna fuck up our plans, though, I'm not gonna be super pumped about that.
Well, wouldn't we be able to kind of gauge how that other guy's doing within those few days? Because it is a small town. He would have been talking to people already.
True. Maybe we should talk to him first then.
Son?
It wasn't the son.
The son's friend.
It was the son, wasn't it?
The son's
it was the son's friend.
Oh, it was his friend. Right.
Yeah. The other adult.
Yeah.
What was his name? Joshua or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Joshua.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go talk to him first. And do we see the Dragonborn that we had talked to here, or?
She's with the table. Yeah, everyone's there. Yeah. Everyone's at the table actually right now. Like, the son, the Joshua, and Hagish, and the Dragonborn.
Well, maybe is Joshua still with everybody, or can we get him by himself?
You want to try and signal him away?
Yeah.
Okay. It's easy enough to do. Nothing really happens in this town, so people rolling in, people notice right away, and you sort of give a signal to Josh, and Josh sees you, and he's like, yeah, blah blah blah. Says something at the table, and stands up and walks over and says, "Hey, what's up? You guys are back already. What's going on?"
Just wanted to see how everything's been going with getting the townsfolk on board with what we discussed last time.
Yeah. Listen, everything's good. Are we expecting support soon, or are they on their way? Have you talked to them yet?
We're working on it. As long as you've held up your end of what's going on, everything should be good to go.
Yeah, we're good.
So how good is good? Like, is everyone on board except for Haggish, I'm assuming? Or are we having any other snags we should know about?
He keeps looking back at the table just because he's trying to pay attention if they're watching him. And he's just like, yeah, the people that you need to know, they know. Don't worry.
Who are the people that need to know?
What, you want a list? Like I got a few people.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay, that was like a joke. Even if I give you a list, you don't know who they are, right? Just the people that I need to help me get this to work. No. All right.
All right, now's as good a time as any. Let's start bouncing this sucker around the table, starting with him.
Yeah.
All right.
It does have a verbal, so I mean, I don't imagine the semantic is going to be so grand as to draw attention.
Well,
I mean, can't you casually say it underneath your breath? We are at a pretty loud
exactly,
table.
right? So Key might hear me saying something.
You're not
Nobody
at the
else
table.
is
You're actually away from the table right now.
Oh yeah. I'm probably at the table because food, and I'm not needed.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
just
like that.
people just look up and they just see the lizard folk just like already eating, and they're like, "Oh, welcome back." The surface thoughts you feel from Joshua is he is nervous that you're here again without the troops. He is worried that Haggish might catch on, and he even though he has said out loud that he has talked to the people that should know, he's like, oh fuck, I gotta talk to Andrew and Jessica.
Okay. No, so normal. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, normal thoughts.
What I would expect. All right.
Yeah.
There is actually like no range whatsoever
30
on
feet.
this spell. No, there's this range range area self. Oh, there it is, 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah, you can see within 30 feet of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I actually have a question for the DM.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just one question. Were you trying to do deeper thoughts?
No, I'm just gonna bounce it around to people on the table, and then nobody gets a save.
Okay.
For now.
Most of the thoughts you are getting right now is either yummy food, scary lizard, or why does my dick itch?
Syphilis.
And when you finally sort of get to Haggish, he has now noticed your presence, and his first thoughts are very direct, when just basically saying, "Oh, here come the goons from." Huh? Yes. Sorry, she threw me off. Here comes the goons from Consport here to try and take more than what they're worth again.
Yeah,
I just want to eat food.
Probably, like, all right, Kiwi, we're on a time limit here. Let's go. I'll give her the little symbol, like, I jumped the gun on this.
I would say, just because you're bouncing it around a little bit, I mean, you only have a minute. So
yeah.
Between reading him and, like, you said you wanted to bounce it around, so...
Like, that is, you know what, there's 10 people there. But yeah, I'd like to hit the Dragonborn and him. I mean, that's probably enough, but
the Dragonborn's thoughts. She also notices that you guys are here now. Is just I wonder, like, thoughts of, is there news of my husband? Is there news of my husband?
That's kind of what I suspected I would get from her. But before it ends, I would like to try to go one deeper on him.
Okay.
Even
just before we get deep into that, Cloud? You wanted to do something?
Sorry. I just DM'd you for me.
Oh, okay. Cloud, did you want to do something? I forgot if you said something or not.
No. Just they came up with a plan. I'm just sitting here. They came up with a plan that includes persuasion and ignored the fact that mine is +7.
I don't have a persuasion plan.
Or sorry, I thought you were trying to get information out of him.
Oh no, I'm trying to read his mind.
He's just reading mine.
That's what he's saying. So you sent someone who has a less persuasive attitude than him.
I got more concerned about the guy we were talking to because he was acting extra shifty. Yeah, and so I cast it earlier than the plan. This is I threw the plan right in the toilet immediately.
Okay, I will make a wisdom saving throw. There's no plus to this. He fails.
Yeah.
So
you have the spell card there?
I do have the spell card. I'm just trying to see what it says. So insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something worries over. Okay, so you dig deeper into Hagish's mind right as like the spell is ending, so you just like get a wave of thoughts as like you sort of bounce
and then
around.
It's gonna end, and
then it ends. So just to go through like point by point, it's his reasoning is he wants to protect his family. He wants to protect this land, the people here that he has built and has very good, very, very large, loving feelings for. His emotional state is annoyed, anger, and love because he's currently with his family and eating food. But the other two are more or less probably driven toward you. Looms in his mind. The current. This one's a little bit weird because of the way that the things that you know about him already. He's kind of a kook, so it's just like a random piece of information that hits your brain because there's just too much in there that he's worrying about at all at the same time. But it's just nonsense. It's just like the going rate of garments for like gnomes. Like it's just complete and utter gibberish. if you were to tell it to anybody else.
All right.
It's
so he doesn't have a big secret. He's just nuts.
Seems to be a little nuts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, he still has he still has a train of thought, but like the last time you guys spoke to him, he was talking about like alligators in the sewers type of conversation, mind control, this, right? A bunch of random stuff that like no one would ever think of, right? Just like conspiracy theorists times like 50. So like the deep thought that he's worried about is a lot of things. So you just pulled one out of the thread.
Yeah.
Well, long term, it's probably a good idea that we're backing this other dude because the old man's going to go crazier and crazier the older he gets.
Maybe.
All right. Well, and then now he knows that I was probing his mind, so, you know. I don't know if... It does say they know that you... So I'm assuming it means they know who it was, not just they were being probed, but I'm not sure.
Well, he failed, so it doesn't matter right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So I forget where we were in the conversation with Joshua, but we'll just say like,
he basically just finished saying, listen, everyone who needs to know needs to know. And he's sort of like giving a like chill attitude while also like giving like, hey, I'll be 1 minute, like back to the table.
Mm-hmm.
He's got big no officer, I'm not drunk energy.
Very much.
Yeah.
Very much so. No drunk, I'm not, officer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Joshua, if you're having any troubles, it's okay to let us know. We're here to help.
Sooner would be better, I guess. If you want to help, I guess.
Absolutely. We're working on it.
Hey, he looks around and he goes, I noticed that you're missing a few people. Everything good?
Yeah, we were just dropping people off. The usual stuff.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure, like, they didn't die.
Not that we know of.
Good
Okay,
answer.
good. I'm gonna get back before they suspect anything.
Hey, nobody's spontaneously combusted around here lately, right?
Huh?
Nothing.
Good.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
What? Should I be worried about? Wait, what is spontaneous what?
Inside joke. Don't worry about it.
Haha. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And goes off to the table.
How has nothing eaten these people yet?
N- just
By
like
nothing, you mean
it's
me.
a speck on the map that like it just everyone just goes around it.
It's far enough from the forest and protected by the mountain.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a trout. How has a trout not eaten these people yet?
The laughter
should
in the
go.
background is great.
I know, I love it.
Awesome. All right. They do offer to have you join them for a meal. They're very homey, very welcoming. The dragonborn woman, Sultara, does sort of. Who did she speak to before? She spoke to Key and Thea and
Yeah.
3, but 3 is not here, so she'll speak to whoever she can find first. Let's say she just goes up to both of you and just asks, just doesn't even ask, just more or less just puts her hand on your shoulder and just like gives a hopeful look.
Well, I will ask her. I assume then that you haven't heard anything.
She just shakes her head.
All right. We haven't had a chance to go in the direction.
Okay.
It's
Of
it's on
course.
our list.
Thank you. And she just sulkily goes back to her spot and continues eating.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can do for her, so I
No.
would love to. That sounds like a bard thing.
Give her a give her a Zacchus.
Wait, what?
A new hubby.
What am I doing now?
A new hubby.
new hubby. It's marrying you off.
I mean, hey.
All right.
I mean, it sounds great, but Dinar didn't come back the same.
Yep. All right. You guys spend the night relaxing. Haggish doesn't engage in any conversation with you. If you want to engage with him, let me know. But otherwise, he will ignore you for the night.
Oh, we love you too, Hagish.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem to be. I don't seem to be getting anything useful out of him. I
Okay.
thought he might have had an interesting secret. I think I
No,
may
he-
have been wrong.
Like full QAnon. He's in his own world.
I recently learned what that is. That's why I get the joke.
Chemtrails are turning the frogs gay and, stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. So you guys get a long rest in case anyone needs to refresh their spells or anything.
Hey.
The next morning comes rather quickly, and unless there's something anyone wants to do, we'll head out.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything.
Okay.
No, I mean, listen, if the Dragonborn is around, I would love to tell her that
We haven't forgotten about
that
her.
we are gonna, we haven't forgotten.
Yeah. You relayed that last night pretty.
I would like to
clearly.
make her feel better. I don't think it's gonna help, but
Yeah.
Does cure
We're off
wounds
to find your
become
husband.
micro-
Bye. But okay, then we'll head off. You guys start on your first length of the journey. Now, I have a question for the group. Do you take the exact same path that you remembered last time, Or are you more or less trying to find a shorter, quicker path now that you don't have a large caravan with you?
Shorter,
I would
quicker path.
want to take a shorter, quicker path.
Okay.
I mean, we have a ranger and a lizard folk who can probably scout ahead a little bit.
Oh, we got a birdie.
And a birdie.
Yep. So the reason I asked this is because if you take a newer, shorter route, then you'll roll one additional time for an encounter because it'll be new territory.
Do short.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So we'll do the first day's journey. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care who I pick. Armis. Roll a d20 for me.
17.
17.
We'll have swapped out to the hawk, by the way, before we came out.
I figured as much. Let's see.
What, you didn't want the turtle?
I have an octopus. Would you like an octopus?
I actually would love an octopus.
It can ride around on top of your helmet.
That'd be cute.
Me and him, anytime that we have to go swimming or scouting in the water, me and that octopus, tight as shit.
Also, anytime you have to do an intimidation check and you got the tentacles coming out of the eye holes and
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I mean, it does do ink cloud.
yeah.
Shoot it out of the eye holes of his helmet.
Shoots an ink cloud in the helmet and it just looks like black blood seeping down over his face.
Yep, I like it. We're doing it.
All right. So, taking a newer, shorter path through the woods, Key and Zacchus being a more foot traversed class are able to guide a relatively safe path that you guys can travel. Thea's bird in the sky able to scout ahead. You guys start heading toward what looks to be a small lowering of the earth, so that you do see that fog has like accumulated in this lower area. You being on a higher elevation before, so you guys start traversing through that. Though it is a little unnerving, it is still a faster way. You get about an hour into this when Thea, your bird, will start squawking at you, saying that there is what looks to be a very poorly kept tower of some kind up ahead.
All right. Well, I will tell the rest of the party. And actually, yeah, and I'll put a. I'm assuming Zacchus is used to this now. I'll like put a hand on his arm or something and go look through the bird's eyes.
Okay.
Oh, so I can see through the bird's eyes?
No. So I can't.
No, I'm guiding you.
But you know that I'm blind and deaf when I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. The tower is ramshackled and old. It looks it's only like a 20-foot tall walled tower. It's circular in nature. It's made of granite. And it looks to have like this blackened side to it, as if like a fire happened here a long time ago. Just stains. On the top of it, you do see what look to be 3 orcs just sort of sitting there enjoying a meal.
Zug.
I mean,
3 orcs, huh? All right. Well, yeah, I can still talk when I'm in this. I will tell them.
Can the bird see if they are heavily armed or armored?
Well, it's me. It's me seeing that through the bird's eyes right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, they do look like they have rudimentary weaponry. Not necessarily like combat warriors, but you know, they could put up a fight if they needed to.
They're not farmers, basically.
Yeah, they're not farmers. If anything, you would relate them to a foot soldier.
Yeah.
And what time of day is it right now, per se?
It's foggy and it's a little like bleak, but it's around noon.
Okay, so it's not like we need to stop for the night type of deal.
No, you could there is a path that cuts around the tower that your hawk can see, Thea. So if you wish to avoid it, you could.
I mean, what? And they're just sitting and eating.
Yeah, they're not like waiting to jump people. They're not like
And you said they're at the
being
top of the tower?
shifty. Yeah, it looks like they either climbed the inside or the outside of the tower and have stopped for a rest.
And how tall is that tower per se?
20 feet.
Okay.
Well, 20 is the wall, and then like it dips down like a little bit, so like they're sitting about 18 feet high.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a parapet and all that.
Yeah.
So they were just traveling probably to somewhere, from somewhere, and stopped in a safe place to have their lunch.
So,
Is what
have
I
I
could
ever
infer
seen
from
this
this.
tower before? Like, I don't remember this tower.
No, this is still within the north region of where you usually travel.
Okay.
And though even the areas you have been, there are still like nooks and crannies and pockets of like areas that you obviously haven't been. So natural
Yeah.
wonders and stuff that has been there probably for a long time still exist that you haven't found for sure. But
But this stuff
you're still north of where you're usually comfortable going. Though in your recent travel up here and back, you have mapped out quite a bit of area.
Yeah. But like this doesn't seem similar to any other structure I've heard of, right?
No, this is probably like an old barracks that probably was like an outpost back in the day, like however many years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Okay.
There's nothing else around, or there's nothing else I can see because of the fog.
The fog only goes about knee high, so it's
Okay.
just more or less where you walk is a little obscured, but no, they have like a sack with them that looks like to be their goods, but that's it.
All
Let's
right.
kill them
Well,
for the XP.
We're milestone system, just remembering.
Kill them for the XP.
Killing people is a milestone.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm not going to give this suggestion as a character, but like I would know that since I could speak Orcish, if they noticed us, I could probably say something to them to kind of like throw them off and make them think that to leave us alone. If I know Orcish, maybe.
well, I mean, we can. Well, there's a path we can just avoid them.
Yeah.
We probably just avoid them. We've avoided all of the random encounters.
Not all.
No, you haven't. You've done two.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. We have one for avoid.
We might as well just go around them. They're not hurting anybody.
Kill them for the XP.
One for run. One for one. Run for kill. What does Zakis want to do?
I mean,
And Key, what do you want to do?
if here's the thing, Zakis can't tell how they're dressed, but going by what she's saying, they sound like easy prey, which means that they're not a predator to Zakis. Which means that he has no issues fighting them.
I don't really think it's necessary to get into a conflict with them at this time. I think we have bigger things to worry about. But if we overhear something of interest, that I would be interested in pursuing.
Oh yes, could she relay anything that she hears in Orcish to me, perhaps, to see if I can put... Like, I'm not fluent, but I know enough of Orcish, so maybe I can give a rough translation.
The bird isn't close enough to hear anything.
Okay.
Though if the bird did get closer, it might be suspect to not.
Yeah, I can send the bird in, but yeah, it does put it at risk.
Okay.
Key, are you like drowning us out?
No, I'm fucking with hearing.
Oh.
But I can do that. I mean, if you want. Worst case scenario, I have to summon my familiar again. It's not the end of the world, but
because I mean, I'm thinking, what if they were sent by like the other orc we know that we're going to be talking to?
There is that.
Kill them.
and I can be certain that it doesn't look like there's anybody else waiting in an ambush, right? It's just the three.
If you want to make a perception check, you can.
Sure, I will make a perception check. I need to open the side thing because it's a hawk perception check.
Are orcs evil?
And I have advantage.
They're chaotic, mostly, I'd say.
Well, in this world, I don't follow the specifics of like the alignment, so orcs can just be general good people. So not all orcs are just necessarily referred to as evil. I mean,
Oof.
Even some of your races are technically considered very iffy, but more or less,
I'm a neutral race.
most people are generally perceived as like a normal person walking around until they show that they are not.
There.
You don't
I did
see
very bad on my perception checks.
No, you don't see anything else right now.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't. Would you rather me go in the bird or just go over and talk to them?
Be trap. I'll blatantly say it could be a trap.
Or walk away.
Easy prey, easy noticeable locate. Well, not noticeable per se, but easy prey, high up, could be trap.
Yeah, it could be a trap.
Okay. So what's the decision?
I'll go by, unless there's a reason for me to go for it. Yeah, I consider it a potential trap.
Okay. Key?
I don't think we need to really be involved in this. I think we need to get back to where we were going.
Okay. Cloud, I know you wanted to murder, but unfortunately the group is choosing to go around. Do you follow?
Oh, he could try to persuade us.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him. Do you want to follow the suit?
I won't try to push it. It just seems like we haven't fought any like classic monsters since I've started my whole thing. It's all been humans.
He killed an all.
No, what are you talking about? You killed a drow. You killed a
David.
kobold.
Did you just call it a drow?
We killed a
drow.
were hyena thing or whatever.
Yeah,
not a
the
bro.
hyenas. You killed a mimic. What are you talking about? You killed lots of things.
Lots of stuff.
Oh yeah, you were
Counter was
asleep.
a mimic.
You were
I
asleep.
killed a drow.
If you want to tell me why you think we should go for it, I'm all ears. Like, that's fine.
Persuasion check.
Story.
Hmm?
Because it'd be a good story.
Roll persuasion.
Reason.
Hey, we came across these people. We totally murdered them. Great story.
I mean, that is actually a valid argument for Zacchus, considering he's trying to gather fame.
We don't have to if we don't want to. I mean,
okay.
I don't want to. Do you want to, or are you just doing it for the fucking lulz?
I think he kind of wants to, so that's why I'm saying you can roll persuasion. I don't mind. At least for
if everybody else has voted, we'll go around. Then we'll go around.
Okay. All right, we'll take it as a go around, just so we don't linger too long on this. You guys follow Thea's instructions via the hawk directions and able to avoid the tower no problem. You guys continue traveling, making good time, and end up stopping for the night. You are one party member less. What is the new sleeping arrangement?
Mm.
Well, I need 8. Well, most of us, aside from one, need 8 hours.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And how long's the night? 12.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do. I can easily take first and third, or I can take second shift and sleep for first and third.
I believe we determined that the one that doesn't have night vision shouldn't be
alone.
The darkest shift.
Okay, so well, isn't it technically darkest shift the third shift, darkest before the dawn?
If I do the middle shift, that means we can have an 8-hour. The 8-hour people can do an 8-hour on one side and an 8-hour on the other side. Do you know what I mean? You can do an unbroken 8 hours if I take the middle.
Yeah.
True.
Possible.
Okay.
You can also do your alarm.
Yes, I will definitely do alarm. Next level, 2 levels from now, I can do the hut, but I can't do that yet.
Yeah.
5th
Since we're a
level.
smaller
Okay.
group, the alarm would definitely work a lot better.
Okay. So, speaking about the dark part, so then Cyber and who wants to be with Cyber for first shift?
I can.
Oh no, sorry, it would be Thea and Cyber for the first shift. Thea then will go to sleep for her 4-hour meditation for the second shift.
No, I'd be up for the middle.
Be up for the middle. Oh, I thought you said
Yes.
I thought you were going to take the middle.
If I'm up in the middle, then it's an 8-hour. Someone can be up for 4 hours.
Okay.
And then asleep for 8, and then the other person can be asleep for 8 and then up for 4 if I am up in the middle.
So Cyber and then Key will be up for a shift. Then you two will go to sleep, and then Thea will take middle shift for 4 hours.
Yeah, I can take the middle shift alone for 4 hours with my hawk, I guess. I don't see why the hawk couldn't help.
I can do the morning.
And then you two will do the morning.
We can both be together in the morning.
Okay, that sounds fine. All right.
Question: wouldn't an owl be better for nighttime?
I don't think owls have night vision. I think it's very.
No, owls do have night vision, but
It'd be really stupid if owls
dark vision, actually.
Let's go ahead and roll perception checks for tonight. Everybody.
But I don't really have an hour unless I have an hour at like dinner time. If we stop for an hour, like I want to take the first.
Perception. 1 second, sorry. What do I hit for perception?
Perception.
There it is. I see it. I was looking for it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Very nice. Who
Oh,
am I waiting
very
for?
perceptive.
I'm waiting for Jay.
Yeah, that's initiative. That's not what I want. Would I have had enough time to get an owl out beforehand?
Depending when you stopped, but if you discussed this beforehand, you probably would have stopped a little earlier, just so you have time.
Yeah.
You guys eat your food. You perform your owl.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Its passive perception is much higher than that, by the way.
Yeah, it's more or less noticing things.
Owls have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Oh yes, they do.
Yeah. Roll a 1.
Oh,
Aye. All right. So Cyber and Key first night. First shift. Sorry. Key, you are. This is the first night you've been out in the woods alone with a lizard folk, not the other rogue character that you have come to know as your friend. So you're more or less watching Zakis, not because he's alarming to you or anything. It's just it's new, and you just want to know what his routine would be. Because your perception was just not exactly high.
Not exactly high.
Not
a very
exactly
diplomatic way of putting it.
Yeah. Zakis, however, is paying very close attention to the surroundings and is doing a very good job making sure nothing even comes close to the camp. There's even at one point where he sees a small rabbit and he's tempted to go chase it, but he knows his job is protecting. But otherwise uneventful. Thea, you're waking up for the mid shift. Your perception is pretty decent, but you decide to hop into your owl for a couple moments at a time, just jumping between sites, and you are not able to discover anything that would be threatening to you during your shift.
I don't like that choice of words.
It seems to be a quiet night.
I'm not able to discover. Oh.
Well, I know my words are a little weird, but yes, I meant it all in good faith. The last shift would be Thea and Cloud. Cloud, you wake up from your tree and you're still a little sleepy-eyed. It was a long walk today. Definitely at a faster pace. You're a little tired, but you're keeping an eye out. And Thea, your owl is doing a very fantastic job making sure nothing is approaching you. But yeah, quiet night overall. You guys wake up from your nice long rest and continue to proceed through the forests unimpeded for now. And that was Aramis. So Cyber, roll me a d20.
In that last hour, we're switching back to the Hawk.
Fine.
You know the things. Yeah.
Why would you do this to us?
Hey,
A fort
it's
isn't
random
bad
encounters.
technically.
Exactly. Random encounters don't count for high or low numbers, per se. Odds or evens count.
You all die. Make new characters.
A hole opens underneath you, a bullet consumes you.
As you guys are proceeding down the fastest path that you guys can find, you start entering the area where the woods become very familiar to you. You start sort of pointing out, if you want, landmarks that you would know. It's like, oh yeah, I fell over there years ago.
I
It's great.
pissed on that tree.
Yeah, I pissed on that tree. Yeah, exactly. You know, just random conversations that you would have if you knew it, if you found yourself in your local area. Whoever is sort of paying attention can make a perception check.
I'd be looking around, yeah.
Key, I would give you advantage.
I feel like
Any
Kellogg
back?
is always looking around. Never at the right thing, though.
That was insight, not perception. But if your perception is the same, that's
I
fine.
didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. Is your perception the same? +1?
Oh wait, no. Well, didn't matter.
17 or 21. They both pass, so that's perfect. So, as you guys are walking along, Key is pointing out a bunch of obvious things that some of you are just like half listening in. Key, then when you go to point out something else, you started pointing out like this really cool tree. The tree that you're pointing out, you just naturally know as like this tree. This is like a landmark tree that you use to sort of navigate the woods. However, when you look at it, something just feels off to you, and as you sort of walk up to it, just instinctually, you notice that something was catching your eye in the tree. It looked like the tree is like sort of like half carved and like cracked and old and dead. So something was reflecting inside, and you look inside the tree and you see what you find, like a little coin pouch, actually, and you find 20 silver pieces inside of it. It looks like someone had hid this here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll take that, I guess. That's neat.
Yeah.
We should leave this here.
Do you think so?
You just wanted to murder people. Now you want to leave money behind?
It's 20 silver pieces. It's 2 gold pieces. Like, whoever hid this here has nothing. This is a treasure to someone.
For us.
We'll piss this away in drinks tonight.
I don't know about you, good sir, but I earn my keep.
Yeah. You don't earn your drinks.
Honestly, as much as it would be great to leave it for the next person, it seems like we might be in for a rough few weeks, so I'm gonna take it if that's okay.
Are we getting like paid a lot? I don't say this, but like, aren't we getting paid a lot when we get back to Crowsport?
Yeah, but I have reason to believe
Theoretically.
it's not going down that way. So.
I mean,
Okay, go ahead.
He is a little. He has her suspicions for reasons. You were all told by Nagiri. You have found a note indicating Shag Barton is a traitor, and the person you escorted seems like a straight up person. Though this could all just be giant red herrings, but just reminding everyone, as again, it's been a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I rob corpses, so I don't care about money pouches and trees. Like, take it. Like,
I'm taking it.
Okay.
You'll rob a corpse, you'll rob a tree.
I'll rob the corpse, then eat it.
So with your lack of interests being piqued, you are able to make actually really good time. You guys are able to avoid that giant earthquake crack that is now in the earth and go around it successfully, taking the shorter path this time. And you are able to reach what is to be a very, very, very small farmer's village just outside of Crownsport, probably another 4 to 5 hours away as it gets to nighttime. So you'll be able to get there very early in the morning on the third day. Or if you want, you can
want to push through.
You can just push through and get there at like in the dead of night, and then just.
I'm sure the gates would be locked at the dead of night, like most city walls.
No, this city's large enough, and the gates are like only closed if there's like an invasion.
We're only 4 or 5 hours. I mean, we can push through because we're going to be
up. More obnoxious to set up camp.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
If we're each doing 4-hour watches, by the time we do a watch, we could have been there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Do it.
Who can't see? Key?
I think I can.
No, she
Zacchus
can't see.
doesn't have night vision.
It's just Zacchus and Cloud, I think, right?
I can see.
Oh no, just Zacchus then.
Which is fucked up considering lizard folk live in water and swamps.
He's just tripping all over everything.
It can be daytime there. So with that,
I don't have light for you, but
I mean, we're on a road at this point in time, so
yeah, it's relatively moonlight.
It's not like I'm gonna be tripping over my feet on the road.
You're out of the forest, so the moonlight is shining sunlight in the area.
I touched the horn on his helm and cast light on it.
Oh, very nice.
So he's got a glowing horn.
Yep.
You turned him into an anglerfish.
I'm assuming the middle horn.
Yeah.
Yep, the middle horn.
Key. Roll the last d20 as this is now walking at night.
5 mimics. The houses were mimics.
Listen, I'm not going to go that far, alright? Let's see.
Our first encounter was a mimic. Yes, you would.
I have a paralyzing fear of
luck.
treasure
Like I told you, that was luck. That was not me. You guys rolled that.
I saw this post on Reddit today, and someone was like, I made a whole town of mimics, but they were nice ones. But then next to that town, I made a whole town of mimics, and they were not nice.
It's just like, we're Westburg, we rule. We're Eastburg, we rule.
And everybody was so confused by like the town of nice mimics that they were not expecting the town of evil mimics.
Do you remember the mimic with the bones tied to it, so it looked like the skeleton was animating?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it was a good time.
You guys have done all those. You guys have rolled actually quite high on a lot of these. So I'm trying to find one that next to this one you haven't done yet.
Roll again.
You probably should have had 100 of these set up and had us roll D100s.
I didn't.
Yeah, jeez.
I didn't set this up. I wholeheartedly stole this. Yeah. You know what? Nothing happens. You're fine.
Really?
Yeah, you guys. No, like you guys have done 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like you guys have done all the high ones. So I'm just like
20.
Well, 20 is special, and I'm not giving you that for free.
Oh, come on.
Anyways. Yeah, nothing happens. D1000. Wow.
You can do goofy stuff here.
The world sucks you in, and you end up in a world where all your characters have now swapped.
Oh, we're already hit the body swap episode. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
The fuck?
Rolling the fuck.
Rolling the fuck.
Rolling Defoe.
You guys are able to reach the city of Crownsport at basically the strike of midnight, unimpeded. Do you guys want to head to bed? Do you guys want to try and do something? What do you want to do?
Yeah, if we can. I mean, I would like to head back to the inn we stayed at before.
The inn?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
The inn and see if we can get
Yeah.
a room.
That's good. Well, I can always.
That's supposed to be where our money's at, too?
Yeah, because isn't that what you said?
Woo.
Supposedly.
Let me try and remember. If I remember, I mean, search it.
Yeah, no, that was where we were supposed to collect
Isn't
money.
that the inn right there, or is it
Okay, with
this one?
Tiffany, probably.
I don't remember which building it is.
It's a big
Right
one.
here is where I met Dwayne.
Who the fuck is Dwayne?
The guy that I randomly named and pointed out the dragon.
He was an important NPC in my life.
What's his profession?
Do you not see... Oh no, okay, here, I'll just do this. You'll do that, and I'll do that, and I'll put these on the map layer. Boom, now you can see this.
There we
Okay.
go.
Wait, the inn is only spelled with one N.
It's spelled with 3 N's.
I think it's 3.
The inn, in. It's only the inn
Yeah.
has only one N.
The in only has 1 N. Anyways.
What?
You got that's where you're all heading, is what I heard?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I proposed, so and everybody seems to agree.
Okay. You guys head there, getting a little sleepy, little tired. It's very late in the night.
Roll initiative.
Shut up.
Cloud, make a perception check.
Cool.
On your way to the inn, Cloud, your mind goes back to the first time you were roof hopping in this city, and you remembered that random glow of light that you saw but never figured out. As you were sort of thinking of this, out of the corner of your eye, down a completely different direction than where you're heading, and off to the side, you see behind a building what looks to be a similar glowing red glow.
I run off after us.
You all see as Cloud just starts bolting into a random direction.
He's chasing a laser pointer, huh?
That's where my mind went, actually. Yeah.
I didn't. I don't see race. I didn't assume that.
Uh,
I thought you insisted you weren't a cat man. You were a tabaxi.
He is very much intrigued by a curiosity
Sometimes
thing.
there is things.
Seeing the usually reserve, well, not reserve, but usually
Calm.
Cloud bolt off, I instantly follow and just have my sword or my axe in hand as I do.
You cannot keep up with Cloud.
I don't care if I can keep up. I follow anyways. And lizard folk are pretty. I have 30 move speed.
Cloud uses feline agility, so I have a 60 movement speed. But I'm also running, so I'm going to do that a full round, so I'll do 120.
Okay. That puts you very far ahead of the rest of the group. You just see him like Usain Bolt just freaking go.
I still follow anyways.
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna tell the hawk to follow him, and he has a 60-foot fly as well. So
even if I lose sight of him, I'm sure I can follow him via smell or sound.
Would your hawk still be out when you entered the city?
I wouldn't have had a chance to switch it.
Well, I meant like flying around.
Oh, I probably would have put it on my shoulder or something. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you let loose your hawk into that direction. Do Key and Thea? What do you do?
Well, I'll follow, but I ain't gonna catch him. That's why I'm sending the hawk.
It doesn't matter if you catch him. I'm just asking what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I'll follow. Well, actually, I'll look around and then follow.
You look around and you look at the direction he's looking, and you see a faint red glow in like the distance.
Okay. All right, so I do see it too. That's encouraging.
Yep.
I wasn't sure about that when I took off, to be honest.
Key?
I'd probably follow as well.
Okay. Cloud, with your feline agility and your enhanced movement speed, you are able to, just as you're about to round the corner to the fire, it starts to slowly dim down. As you spin around the corner, you see a light object and or what looks to be somewhat fire falling down a hole into the sewers. and that's where the light sort of just like all collapses into that hole, and now the light is just shining from the sewer grate and slowly getting dim for every second that you are waiting, as it looks to be moving away.
Sounds like we're going into my territory.
Can I climb down there?
You can most certainly climb down there.
Okay.
This did not look like, say, like a will-o-wisp or something like that from a distance, right? Like,
You had no visual.
I saw red, but I don't know what
You
it
saw
was.
light. You saw light, but
Yeah.
it's not like the light on on Zaxxus's horn. It's like it's like firelight, like a torch burning.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl down that hole.
Okay.
Is it a big hole?
It's a manhole.
Okay.
You see the manhole is pushed ajar, so it's like 75% open. With your slim build, you can easily jump down there, no problem, without moving the manhole. As you like just straight up jump down there, it is like another 30 feet from the turning the corner. So, Cyber, you get like basically the same sort of perspective as he's jumping down. You turn the corner and you just see him Mario down the pipe.
Gotcha. Well, I will go and follow him down the pipe. I'm assuming I'll need to make a strength check to move the manhole cover, though.
I just like how no one's communicating here.
You hear me?
No, I meant with each other. No one's telling anybody anything.
I yell out behind me down the hole, like
down the hole.
Well, there'll be a hawk circling above it too. So.
Yeah, but you're not in your hawk.
No, I'm not in my. No, but I know where it's going. I should be able to.
Oh yeah, for sure. Your hawk sort of sits on like the perch of the roof and is looking like straight down at the manhole. By the time you end up getting around there, you do hear him say, "Down the hole," and
Key and I move at the same rate.
Yeah, you guys are right next to each other.
So I'm assuming she's following me and I'm following the hawk.
Yep.
Who's following?
Yep. The cat who followed the light, who followed the lizard, who followed the bird.
Yeah.
It's quackers all over again.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but sure.
We had a duck. We had a duck with a pink cast, and one day it came running out. The dog came out being chased by the cat, who was being chased by the duck, and it was.
Oh, okay.
It's not something you see every day. That's the opposite direction.
Okay. So, Cloud, you're in the sewers, and you're currently following the light down the sewers as you see it turn corners and corners. Zacchus, you were able to just easily push the manhole out of the way with your natural strength, making the manhole fully uncovered, and you jump down. However, it is now pitch black. Oh no, you have the light on still. You just shine your light in both directions, and you see the feline Cloud running around the corner. Thea, as you turn the corner, you see them getting down the manhole as well. You follow, and Key, just before you fall down the hole, being the last person,
I'm checking the depth before I jump down a hole.
You climb down.
Okay.
You safely proceed down the hole. I'm not going to just break your legs. Don't worry.
I believe Zacchus would just jump down. I believe both of them would just jump in this hole. Yeah. I am not going to jump in the hole.
It's about a 15-foot drop. I mean, it's not that bad. Key, just before you jump down the hole, as you're like just trying to figure out what's going on, you do see the cat once again, like across the street, just sort of sitting there looking at you.
And she gets distracted.
No, I will definitely follow them.
Okay, and you jump down the hole chasing after everybody. And we will pick up what happens to everybody next week.
No!
Did anyone take cure disease?
No.
Okay. Do I actually have any type of resistances to that, actually?
Probably not.
No, disease is very... Yeah, poison's the only thing I think the dwarves get, right?
Wait a minute.
Let me double check that.
We have two dwarves in our campaign. I think it's just poison they get. Diseases is very specific.
Speaking of poison,
like
I'm listed as poisoned. Is that no more? I forgot. I got poisoned last game.
That was...
Oh no, that was just the. Wait, no, you didn't get poisoned. You got put to sleep.
Apparently, I got poisoned.
Do you remember if you got poisoned?
I kind of remember.
Did a drow
Oh.
arrow have a poison tip?
Oh, it did. It was a paralytic. You
Okay.
You weren't able to move. That's what it was. But then you saved
There-
you saved your throw.
There is a specific breed of lizard folk that do have poison resistance, and they're the poison dust lizard folk, which my guy definitely is not.
Okay. All right. But
Unfortunately.
yeah, you guys have
Oh, okay.
officially made it back to Crownsport, only to find more random things happening,
Yay!
and hopefully you'll be able to get some answers next week.
Oh, I just found this out
What?
as well. Lizard folk can regrow their limbs. Severed hands and feet regrow after 3 days, and severed limbs regrow after 1 week.
There's a solid chance I won't be alive next
Wait.
week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, I mean me in person.
Oh yeah, why?
Because Canada Computers is showing a 3080 in stock in Halifax.
Well,
Oh,
He
yeah.
might kill me come
He's
the
gonna
morning.
kill you. She's not Mike gonna kill you. She's gonna kill you.
Nah, you do whatever you want, man. It's your money.
Yeah.
that's
You
right. You say
okay,
that. That's important
You
for your defense.
say that. You say that.
I'm recording. I'm recording for the court trial. Don't worry.
It's on stream. Don't worry, you're good. It's
Yeah.
automatically recorded. It's
Yeah,
good for like
automatically
30 days.
I'll be dead. What's that gonna matter?
You won't be dead. You know you won't.
We'll avenge
We don't
you
want
and-
her to
and
go to
then-
jail.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
just
much
got a
money.
new pair of snowboard boots. I'm not allowed to complain about other people spending money.
I'm not gonna lie, like your snowboard boots and goggles are less together than this by a
Weird.
fair bit.
Yeah. I'm a much more frugal person
I-
than you.
I assume the only reason they still have it is because it's an all-in-one water-cooled system.
Ew. Sounds expensive.
Oh no, it's a homebrew. That's a regeneration. It replaces natural armor for regeneration. So never
Aw,
mind.
I was gonna cut off your hand every session. Damn. All right.
I mean, we can make it that way. It is. You know. It is a lizard feature for many species. Regrow limbs.
We will see. All right. Well, thanks everyone for playing. I appreciate you joining me today, and I'm glad we're back to D&D.
100%. I'm glad to be back as well. I missed it.
Me too.
Now that certain people are done taking their selfish vacations.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Mind you, this one was a little RP heavy instead of battle heavy, which is okay.
I
those are
wanted
fun
to
days.
play, but Andrew was all like, "No, I want to hang out with our friends that we went on vacation with, and we have to go."
Technically, you could have played last week, but you're like, no, I'm too tired.
Yeah, there's
All
internet cafes. I gave you an answer.
You drive through 20 hours of a snow in New Brunswick and tell me how much you want to do anything but kill yourself.
I love how quickly you changed from Andrew didn't want to play to go fuck yourself. We left
like, "Fuck
at
you,
It was
like,
honestly the worst night of my life. Like, it was so stressful. I
We
thought
left-
we were going to die.
we left at lunchtime on Thursday and we got home at 8
Breakfast
a.m.
time the next day.
Oh wow.
It was
You went back in time? No.
Yeah.
We left at lunchtime. We got back at 8 a.m. I
The
don't
next
think that's
day.
how time zones work.
Yeah.
Oh, it was rough.
Wow.
It was super rough. But anyway, we made it. We're alive, more or less.
Yay.
You have to
More or
fight
less.
the time wizard, I think, according to Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
Oof.
Only for an hour, though.
All right. Well, did anyone have any random thoughts about session today? I know it wasn't combat heavy, and I know one of you wanted to fight, definitely.
I didn't, so I'm okay with the no fighting thing.
Honestly, I wouldn't have mind a fight. That's why I kind of was like that's why I was telling Aramis, roll perception or roll persuasion. That what you said right there would have definitely convinced or had a chance of convincing Zakis. So I was like, roll it. You're like, no, I'm good. I'm like,
I feel like if Yuri was here, we probably would have been fighting those people, because she'd be like, yeah, let's fight them.
yeah.
I
I
Oh,
feel like she would have
100%.
just shot an arrow at them or
Would've
something.
She
already
wouldn't have
been
even.
gone.
Yeah, she would have just like instantly started fighting them.
Been talking about fighting and just like she's already fighting them. Let's go. Let's go
We're
deal
done.
with this.
Oh,
He's
well.
stealing their horse somehow.
Well,
Guys,
They didn't even have a horse. Where did you get that?
We're gonna have to tell her that the horse is gone. She's gonna
Not
be
it.
so upset. Not it either.
Here's the thing: is we don't know where she's at. She's definitely already stolen that horse or another one.
Maybe.
All I'm saying is I already disappointed her as a husband. I'm not doing disappointing her as a D&D player.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, it sounds to me like you should just do it because you're already.
There's
she
at least
she already
even
hates
odds
you.
that she's already gone and murdered Kithri.
I hope not. Turns out she's okay, more or less, maybe.
I like how Key has no definitive answer for a person.
What we're chasing is actually Kithri's spirit. Come back for vengeance.
Oh, Kithri was in
Yeah.
your heart the whole time. Oh,
There you go. Taken care of.
all right. Oh
Kitty
god.
Threw it in the other group chat.
He pulled the cord. He ripped the band-aid. Oh crap.
Oh wait, did he? Where is it? I gotta see.
Yeah.
In the Hot Topic
Oh,
news one, right?
shit.
We
I
lost
see.
your horse.
We lost your horse.
Okay, well we'll get to see that reaction tomorrow morning.
Yep.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Talk to you later.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.